Hey! Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Riz.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Rizzuto.
Hello. And hello.
Hello.
Monday, November 11th.
November.
I'm just warming up, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
It's been it's a long weekend. Actually, you know what? It was kind of short.
I
Use
felt like
maybe
it was
another
long.
day or two.
I had plenty of time. I didn't have the Sunday scaries last time.
You didn't?
Nah. I was ready.
I started watching that Zodiac.
Wild.
The Zodiac thing on Netflix. I finally finished the first episode.
Oh, it gets.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm
gets
going to be watching
gnarly.
that.
Oh, you got in it?
Oh yeah, we finished it. It was.
Oh, you finished it?
It was good. Yeah.
Oh man, highly recommend.
It's good, but in that frustrating way, where you're just like, "Come on."
Yeah, I found myself saying that about the police.
Oh, it gets much worse about the police.
Much worse. It's pretty definitive by the end. Circumstantial, but definitive.
That it's that guy, the teacher.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a pretty solid case by the end.
I don't know much about
There's
the
like
the
three
Zodiac
separate
killings.
solid cases against this guy. Like, how do you not figure out an arrest here, brah?
This is from the 70s, that guy?
Like the late 60s, 70s
Yeah.
in San Francisco, in the San Francisco area. There was somebody going around killing people and then sending letters to the newspapers. And the newspapers were just publishing them.
With the cipher.
With the, coded messages.
Right. I've
Which
just
had-
watched the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo, but I've not watched the documentary.
Well, even crazier, and towards the end, you hear this one guy go, I looked at all the stuff over the years, and a lot of great detectives have worked on this, and I'm screaming at the TV, going, "No,
Nobody's
I don't
great."
think so." and then even worse, one of the guys is like famous for being a badass detective, so much, in fact, that the movie's Dirty Harry, the character Dirty Harry, is based on this guy. You're like,
Yeah.
how
That's
did?
wild.
He changed it. In real life, his name is Dumb Harry.
Yeah, dumbass Harry.
Yeah, that's like a Clint Eastwood changed the title.
Exactly.
I don't want to be Dumbass Harry. Can I be Dirty Harry?
Well, they focus on one of those reporters. I think the character that Jake Gyllenhaal played in the movie, like the cartoonist, right?
Yeah, he's interviewed it.
Like the Examiner, like the or is it the Chronicle, San Francisco Chronicle, one of those newspapers out there. And they were talking to a profiler, and they said, "Hey, chances are your killer is the one who offers to help."
Oh no, that was the most amazing part. They had been investigating this for a number of years. They had thousands of boxes of stuff, and this reporter reads one book on psychology, the psychology of murderers, and goes, "Hey guys, have you looked at the one guy who's asked for help?" And they go, "Well, there's only one guy."
Yeah, they're like, "Well, chances are your killer is the one who's offered to help the police." And there was one person that offered to help the police.
and it was
And
this
chances
guy.
are it's this guy.
It was this guy that everything else lined up with perfectly. But no, let's not
He was
go
in that
get him.
movie, too. Like that character was in the Zodiac.
No way.
Oh, the David Fincher movie?
Yeah.
Wait, which character? The reporter guy?
The teacher?
Yeah, the teacher.
Oh yeah. And
The guy that played him is a good actor. He's always a small part, always good.
it's one of those. Remember that doc a couple years ago that was just like, I mean, a punch in the face as far as. It was like it was called something like Right Under Your Nose or something. It was about this abuser neighbor guy who was abusing the kids, and the whole time we were watching it, you're just yelling at him, going like, "Man, this is the dumbest family." Remember the guy, like dad, the mom
was sleeping with the dad.
He
Was sleeping with the guy, and the
neighbor
dad was sleeping with the guy too.
Yeah, and then he's doing
really?
stuff to the dad in the car, and you're like,
Oh.
"This is the dumbest family I've ever met."
What is this called?
Oh God!
I
If somebody
forget-
knows what that doc was called, it took the world by storm for a little time.
Dude.
Like
for
in
a
the last
couple
10
months,
years?
yes.
Oh yeah. During
Maybe I did
2020,
see
or
this?
it was just you're the one that told us to see it. I think it was right
my
after
life is a
2020.
blur.
Anyways, the whole time you're like, you feel so bad for these people, but you're just going, God, you can't be dumber than you right now. And then, you know what I mean? Like, it's just this really difficult, conflicting sort of swirl.
Abducted in Plain Sight.
Nah,
That's it.
I haven't
That's
watched
it.
that.
Oh, man.
Dude, what is that on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is.
My week is set.
I got the same feeling with this one because, like, when you're listening to the, you got to the end, right, Rafe?
Oh, yeah.
The one,
I had to keep going last
the one
Sunday.
daughter, after a confession is made, she is still hanging out with this guy and letting him take her kids sailing. And you're just going,
She got to really want a sailboat.
are you dumb? I mean,
Yeah.
You got to really want to get that sailboat in the will
yeah,
to do that.
it's hard to watch, Riz, because it's a
I'm gonna
key-
finish it.
You're gonna yell at the TV.
Please watch Abducted in Plain Sight.
I will.
Oh, my God.
That
There's a
that one
specific
was hard to believe.
Abducted in Plain Sight.
Did you see that one, Rafe?
No, but I'm gonna watch it. There's such a huge detail of the Zodiac thing that I'm like, you got to be. There are a couple times I yelled at my television. You got to be effing kidding me.
Yeah.
And like stuff he admitted to, to not the police but to other people.
Right.
And I'm like, hey man, what the hell's going on at the San Francisco Police Department? That's not enough to at least haul him in. I mean, the guy was a convicted sex offender.
Yeah.
Like, that was the wildest thing, and I don't think this is a giveaway. The part I want to tell, I don't want to spoil it, but he went to prison for 4 years, and it was the 4 years the Zodiac killing stopped.
Yeah. And he went.
And then he got out, and they started again, and I'm like, is that not enough?
Right.
And he went to
Circumstantial.
Yeah, and he went to a mental hospital, like a prison hospital, for pedophilia and violent crime. What are we doing? Which, by the way, same hospital that the family's dad was in after his pedophilia
There was even
conviction.
okay.
There's extended family involved?
Oh, the
yeah.
mother is the worst part.
Learn there, and this is okay. Maybe giving a slight
That's
bit
fine.
away from the first episode.
Yeah.
It was out of like a cartoon. Remember, the Zodiac killer killed the taxi guy outside of the theater,
Yeah.
and the killer was walking away, and the cops were like, "Did you see the killer?" And he went, "They went that way."
That way. Yeah.
The cops stopped the guy because, you're a suspect if we're running to a murder.
And you're walking away from it. Hey, somebody was just murdered. Have you seen the killer? Yes, he went that way.
He went that way.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks
All right,
a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks
You're
for
a
the
hero.
tip.
Thank you.
Kindly citizen.
Technically, I did see him in the reflection of the glass as I fired the shots.
It's amazing.
Oh, God, it's so bad.
The mom will make you want to kill her.
There's no easier way
You're going to
say
say
it.
murder somebody.
The mom is almost the worst character in all of it.
You're just like,
That sucks.
why would you let this man around your kids? It's crazy.
She had a thing, clearly, for murderous pedophiles.
I guess
'cause she
so.
did it
Oh, is that the
twice.
one with the 8 kids?
Yeah.
The mom with 8
the
kids?
mom of all the, I'm not going to say stupid, but like
What's her last name? Seawater?
seawater. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
They don't come off as bright. I'm telling you.
I look forward to this.
It's a shame because they're the kids are the victims here.
Dig in.
As far as that scenario
Going
goes.
to.
You're gonna
Phew.
be 3 episodes deep by tomorrow.
please watch, though, Abducted in Plain Sight.
Yeah, in plain sight is.
I got a
is-
whole afternoon
You
planned.
and Tim got to watch that one.
I mean,
will.
it is. You will be screaming at your television.
Listen, we got a couple days off coming up in, later on this month. Do you have your Thanksgiving break, like,
Planned
day
out?
by day planned out?
Kind of, yeah. Not really. Actually, no. I like Thanksgiving I do, and the week before I do with extended family, but then like the weekend after. I'm trying to figure out like what do I want to do for Skanksgiving? Like there's a couple of cover bands I want to see if they're playing out on Wednesday. Go hit those up.
Come to Jersey.
Oh, that's right. You're going to be in Sayreville, New Jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sayreville.
I got a buddy coming to town. Haven't seen him in a while. He's like, let's go out, the Wednesday before. I go, oh,
Come on.
that's everybody's going to be out.
Yeah. It's so fun. I got
Everything's gonna
hammered
be
last year.
Everything's going to be crowded.
God, I was so hungover at Thanksgiving last year. It was pretty brutal. And I won't make that same mistake this year.
Oh, you were hungover on Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Where did you go last year?
My mom's house. And we're going to my mom's house this year again. And so my sister's coming in town, and I miss her. And so, she's the only person in my life that's DTD, down to dance. And my mom, when we're home, wants to get out on that dance floor as well. And so there's a couple bands I'm going to see if they're playing. And if they are, I guess that's my fate for Thursday.
What happened last year? You just got drunk at your mom's?
No. Last year, my buddy's band was playing at a bar in Waterloo, and so
was that the reserve
remember
table?
that.
Was that the reserve table incident?
it was
yeah.
the reserve table incident where these total bees swooped up on our table, and then we had to sit with the sound guy for Dazed and Confused, which was great because he's a fantastic human being. And then I just started slinging them back.
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh, I remember the old reserve table incident
Yeah.
of Skanksgiving 2023.
Never forget, you guys.
Never forget.
I do remember. Like, I'm going to go take that. You were going to confront him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember this story. Instead, you just buried it all under fireball.
What do you idiots think reserved means?
Exactly.
Morons. Anyway, hey, happy Veterans Day to all who served. Today is Veterans Day.
To you, Rafe.
To you, Rafe.
Happy VD, baby.
To you, Rafe. Happy Veterans Day.
Thanks, man.
And to all the racial listeners who are out there who served. Been celebrating Veterans Day for over 100 years now. It was originally Armistice Day back in 1919, marking the first anniversary of the end of World War I. Became a federal holiday in 1938. Changed it to Veterans Day in 1954. So if you know somebody who's a vet, thank them for their service today. And if you are a veteran, here's how companies are saying thank you. So actually, USA Today posted a big roundup of more than 80 Veterans Day deals that you could check out. So stuff like free coffee at Starbucks, free donut at Dunkin', free red, white, and blue pancakes at IHOP, free wings at Buffalo Wild Wings, Applebee's, Chili's, Cracker Barrel all day today for veterans and active duty service members, complimentary sunrise pancake special. Firehouse Subs, veterans and active duty military today get a free combo meal with a medium sub, chips or cookie, and a drink. Lion's Choice, veterans and active duty military members get a free original roast beef sandwich. Raising Cane's if you want mediocre chicken fingers.
That sauce is so good.
Any active or non-active military, fire, police, EMTs, and their spouses get 10% off their entire purchase when they mention the restaurant's hero discount program at the register. Taco John's offering a free combo #1 for veterans with a valid ID. So go ahead, take advantage. I saw some guy post on Twitter his timeline of getting all free stuff today.
That's great.
Like he's going the entire day.
Hey, and today we are offering the Rizzuto show for free.
Yeah, you got this for free today.
Here
charge.
and the podcast and on YouTube.
Zero charge. So enjoy, guys. Enjoy it. Just some stuff I saw over the weekend, some stories and whatnot. I'll start with this one, and this made me sad. Anybody's parents ever go to career day at school for?
I think my mom might have in grade school. Like, my mom was one of the people that talked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she did. I vaguely remember it, but she was in sales and pretty successful.
I've spoken at my kid's school actually multiple times. Moon, you ever speak at the kid's school?
I have, yeah. My parents didn't do it at mine, obviously. They were teaching.
Yeah.
So those were the same hours. But yeah, I've done it a few times. One was went really well / not really well because they had me sing, and it was a hit. They brought on all these other classes, and I entertained the kids and went full camp counselor on everybody.
Yeah.
It was awesome. They're like, oh my gosh, we need you to do this next week. And I was like, well, I don't think so. And next year.
Yours was a hit?
And it was a
I
hit.
don't
They tried to book me every year.
I did the career fair last year, remember?
Oh, yes.
I don't know if I'm being invited back.
The YouTuber.
Oh, you did
Quotes.
a career fair.
I did the career fair.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You said you were a YouTuber.
I said I was a YouTuber to try to relate to the kids.
Yeah. And they still
Well,
snooze.
there were 3 sessions. The first session, I said I was on the radio. Nobody cared.
Right?
And
Second one, you said you were a
session, I said
surgeon.
I was part of the Avengers.
Perked up a little bit.
And then I said I was a YouTuber, and I was, you were a YouTuber?
That's
So
amazing.
nobody's parents went to, aside from Lauren, went to their school to speak.
Not that I remembered.
I don't really remember anybody's parents.
Neither do I.
I don't remember this being a thing.
Is Career Day more of a recent
I don't know. I swear I saw it in movies.
In movies and TV shows. And again, I've done it myself, but I don't remember this when I was of the age.
Would have been kind of redundant where I grew up.
Well, everybody did the same thing.
This is my dad. Yeah, I'm a coal miner, and I go down to ground and mine the coal. Thank you very much. Next up, Billy's dad. I'm also a coal miner.
We
I
rode
work with
together.
Billy's dad. We actually rode the mine train down together earlier today. There's something like 5 jobs where I came from.
And then everybody in the class is destined to do one of those 5 jobs anyway, so.
But they want to remind us.
Yeah. Well, I read this little story this dad wrote. I went to my son's school yesterday for Parent Career Day, and I was the last parent to explain my profession. I told the kids that I was a garbage man and pick up their trash every day. I noticed that when I was talking, my son was looking down and looked embarrassed. This made me so sad. Maybe it's because a lot of the other kids' parents were lawyers and bankers and scientists and doctors. We don't have much money, but I work very hard to provide my son and it just hurt me a little bit that he put his head down and looked embarrassed while I was explaining my profession. When I pick him up from school, he was very quiet, didn't say much at all, which was unusual because he's very talkative. Is he embarrassed and ashamed of what I do? He's 10.
I'm going to go ahead and say, dude, every kid is embarrassed of their parents talking in front of their friends.
Right.
So this
Right.
probably has nothing to do or less to do with your actual occupation than you ever could imagine it having to do with that. It's more about kids. You're in their zone where they feel safe with their friends because their friends know them without
You're in their
you.
world.
Yeah, and you've now injected uncoolness in their world. Before you started speaking, by the way. He was embarrassed before you started speaking. This had nothing to do with your job.
Yeah.
Or less to do
No,
with
you
your
think
job
it's
than anything.
the fact that dad's a garbage man?
I do think that, yeah. I think it's something the kid will regret later in life, but I definitely think it plays into it because there's other kids. Other kids, there's certain things that kids are going to make fun of, and, it's not cool. Because I went to school with a family whose son and the daughter's dad was the trash man. He was he owned the company. So their name was on the side of the trash trucks. And I remember unfairly.
Oh, garbage boy. Look at garbage boy over there. Look at your trash.
Yeah, if you got in any kind of altercation, it was always the trump card that got played of you're the trash family or something like that. And
Your family's trash.
And the dude, the son really, he's a good dude. It was a sore spot for him. He's a lawyer now.
Maybe we'll take a little from column A and column B.
I think it's both, but I definitely think if the kid was, because yes, kids are embarrassed when their parents are around their friends. I don't know if they're that way at 10.
At 10, though, it's a 10-year-old.
10, they're still
Maybe the
kinda
kid
my
is
dad's cool.
Maybe the kid is seeing into the future going, now I just gave all the bullies in the school so much ammo.
Yeah, or they mess with him all the time about it.
I think that's how old my daughter was when I went in there, and I was a freaking hit, and she was not stoked about it. So I don't know what to tell you, other than I think you can be as cool as possible and go in there. And that was during the Big Hero 6 stuff. So, these kids knew my song.
That's so neat.
And she was like, get out of here.
My kids didn't start.
She doesn't want to be there. They don't want you there.
My kids didn't start showing their outwardly being embarrassed of me probably till 11, 12. My daughter definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Around 11 or 12.
I mean, the prime zone is 8 to 12 because they love you. They're so
love you,
awesome.
think
They're
you're
still
cool.
they're still absorbing things. Not in school though. You're not cool to them in school. But after 12, then you're uncool in every level.
Yeah. I do think there's certain jobs, though, that society kind of craps on.
Yeah, turns their nose down at or up at.
I think if your dad's a janitor, you're going to catch some flack, even though it's being a custodian. Nothing wrong with that job.
Ain't nothing wrong with any of this.
Nothing wrong with any of these jobs.
So
And honestly, it's a...
honest day's work.
And honestly, you own the company, it's pretty lucrative.
Right.
It's just not pretty. It's not a sexy job. And I think there's...
Yeah, but then when you say, but my dad owns the company. Oh, your dad owns garbage?
Right.
Wedgie coming your way.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this kid is just seeing the playground later going, oh, man, my dad being here just gave these kids so much damn ammo. Yeah, we'll take a little from column A to column B.
All right.
I felt bad, though. This guy was like just trying to do something for his kid, go to the school.
Right. He didn't do anything wrong.
And being a trash man is, it's an honest day's work. Needs to be done.
Maybe the young people would have connected more to I'm a recycling man,
No.
No. Okay. Well, that's all I have.
This next story here is out of Florida.
Dude, but there's when you're a little kid also, like, it was so cool. Before society puts it in your head, I remember a lot of people like seeing the trash guys riding on the back of the truck and being like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to do that. Like, a lot of kids want to be the trash man until you're about 8.
And realize what it is.
And then you hear your parents crapping all over the trash guys and then that gets ingrained in your head.
What parent craps on the trash guys?
Oh. I mean,
you're trash.
It's got to come from somewhere. Kids don't just come up with it. It all trickles down.
Yeah, their bias comes from someplace.
That's right.
It starts with mom and dad.
Correct.
You try doing what they do every day. You try it.
I did it.
You a trash guy?
Dude, I worked for my friend's trash company on big trash pickup. He's like, he's oh, man. Tough gig.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll pay you $500 for the day. I was in college. I'm like, that was a ton of money at that time, A ton of money now. So I'll pay you $500 for the day. And it was like the big trash day where they put like water heaters and washers
like
and
bulk
dry.
day?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So every stop was just like
Brutal.
And you're just lifting these big, we're throwing like old stoves up into this side loading trash truck that like smashed it. And it was kind of cool.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool, though. You get to pull the lever and watch everything compact.
Yeah, I got to ride on the back of the truck.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it was pretty cool for a day. But I would not want to do this every day. It's a tough gig.
Yeah, God bless you guys. The men and women of sanitation.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service. This next story here reminded me of Moon. Only because you were kind of in this situation. Not that you did anything wrong.
No, okay.
Great.
Headline, undercover...
I love stories that start with disclaimers and your name.
Undercover massage parlor sting lands nearly 24 women behind bars.
What the hell?
Oh, tell me it's the one with the Groupon, man.
No, this is out of Florida. This is Lakeland,
okay.
Florida. So nothing...
Dude,
it wasn't local. But
I'm pretty sure that place is still going.
the one that you went to where you were assaulted?
Yes.
Well, with this story here, and I didn't realize, and you had kind of said it when you went into the massage parlor around these parts, and they were pretty aggressive.
Pretty aggressive. I had to scream, nope.
Yeah, and the sheriff here in Lakeland, Florida, actually the Polk County sheriff, talks about how these women are aggressive.
Yeah. I'd say that's one word.
So 20 massage therapists in Polk County, Florida, are accused of offering sex acts to undercover detectives during a 2-day sting called Operation Skin So Soft.
Whoa.
I mean, that's
Sponsored by Dove.
You're bound to get it at Polk County, right?
Operation Skin So Soft.
No, you're saying poke?
Poke.
Is that what you're saying?
That's all I heard.
Yep.
Polk.
That's all I remember, honestly. is
Polk.
One big poke and a scream for nope.
According to the sheriff's office, undercover detectives went to several massage parlors in the Davenport, Dundee, Lakeland, and Winter Haven areas of Polk County to purchase lawful massages from licensed massage therapists. Of the 22 massage parlors that were audited, 12 were not in compliance with the law. The sheriff said those parlors were doing things that were illegal, prostitution. 20 massage therapists who were arrested, another woman arrested for interfering while deputies were arresting somebody else. According to the sheriff, all the women arrested were Asian.
That's really aggressive if she was interfering she was trying to give the deputies a tug while they were arresting everybody. Your turn.
So 3 were U.S. citizens arrested here on visas. The women were between the ages of 64 and 31.
I have never heard you start at the top and go down as far as at age. When you
64?
You said 64. I was like, dang, where are we going?
The oldest was 64. The youngest was 31.
Okay.
This is a retirement massage parlor.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's how it was at the other place too, man.
How old would you say your lady was?
Dude, I remember I told you I didn't get it real. I was kind of intentionally trying not to glimpse, but I had to. And man, I would guess late 60s. Grandma for sure.
Late 60s.
Yeah.
Late 60s.
Yeah. Well, yeah. mid to late 60s. That's my guess.
The sheriff said it appears that all these ladies are on like a circuit, so they go around to a bunch of different massage parlors. They don't stay in one place for
Why is that? What's the
a
reason
lengthy
there?
period of time. I have no idea.
Well, on the run if they're doing something illegal, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Gonna get out.
I wonder.
So during the press conference, the sheriff talked of a 37-year-old woman who was charged, and she charged this undercover deputy $60 for a massage, but tried to have full-on sex with the guy. Here's the Sheriff Grady.
The undercover would say, no, just a massage. So on 3 different occasions, she continued to try to come back and upcharge him to engage in sex. She stood in front of the door so he couldn't leave. And then
Right?
Wow.
Well, maybe it's because he was asking for a massage.
Stood in front of the door so he couldn't leave.
And then she tried to hold him down. This is a big undercover detective, and she might have been 5 foot tall. She wasn't as big as a popcorn fart.
A popcorn fart.
And also, can I just point out
Massage.
That's Dr. Phil.
That
talking.
sheriff-
that it was 100% Dr. Phil
Yeah.
talking.
I would like a massage
Play that sound clip, right? And then play his Dr. Phil sound
from
clip.
somebody that's
immediately what I
no
thought, too.
bigger than a popcorn fart.
Okay.
Stood in front of the door so he couldn't leave. Somebody touched my pee-pee.
Exactly. It's all
case
from
is
the same
solved.
interview.
Dr. Phil is the Polk County Sheriff.
Him down. This is a big undercover detective, and she might have been 5 foot tall. She wasn't as big as a popcorn fart. And she, hey, back off.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Dr. Phil.
At least he's
dog.
finally doing something with his life.
She was trying to hold this man down. A word to the wise. If you don't want to get arrested and have your picture up here on a Skin So Soft bulletin board, don't do it. Next time, it can be the customers. Here's a good idea. Let's all get drunk.
There we
Next
go.
time,
So-
what could be the customers?
He was standing in front of a bulletin board with all the women that were arrested.
Oh, okay.
He's saying, hey, if you go to one of these places, it's going to be your face.
Skin so soft.
It's going to be
Yeah.
your face up here.
Also, let's talk about that now that we know all the women were Asian, how insensitive the mission name is.
Operation Skin So Soft?
Yeah, it feels a little culturally insensitive.
Why?
Doesn't it?
Well, Skin So Soft was an oil that you put on your skin in like the 70s and 80s.
No, it keeps mosquitoes away, right? Skin So Soft?
Skin So
I
Soft.
have no idea.
Yeah, it's
grandmother used
good
to have
for it's good like a mosquito repellent.
This is bath oil.
What are you saying?
It sounds kind of like broken English.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So like
It sounds like they were taking a little bit of
Me So Horny?
a jab. Yes, a little
Yeah.
like me so horny, like a skin so soft. It sounds a little.
It sounds a little.
Racist. Culturally insensitive,
Yeah, I know, man.
considering it was an Asian massage parlor.
I went straight to the oil, the bath oil.
Can
but
you
I
say it again?
understand.
I'd rather not.
Please.
A skin so soft.
No.
That's insensitive.
Offensive.
Dr. Phil added that, the gong to the title.
It just seems a little. Yeah. If he'd have done that afterward.
Honestly, I think it makes it show the age of the detectives because Skin So Soft literally was a big deal in the 80s.
It would
And
have
so
been-
they probably have no idea that new essential oils are on the
It's
market.
possible. I feel like someone in the room.
It's just the name of the operation.
My skin is
Hey,
so
look,
soft.
I'm just saying.
It would have been worse if they named it like really random arrests or something like that.
What, would you rather Operation Rub and Tug? That's a little too on the nose.
Well, at least that's,
That operation was
that
10
bridges
years
the
ago.
gap of the cultural divide.
Wasn't that operation with Robert Kraft or something in it?
Oh, what was that one? He was caught up in one of those things, right?
It was
Yeah,
Operation
Florida.
Mac and Cheese.
Yeah, it was the same thing down in Florida. And the only reason they threw it out is because if I remember right, They threw it out because
He's a millionaire?
No, because they filmed illegally or something was obtained illegally. It was like, one of those like process sort of issues. Rightfully so.
Robert Kraft massage here.
He's got some money to scrub, so.
Cleared of massage parlor sex. Charges dropped. Courts had blocked the use of the video, so they really had no evidence.
Yeah, that's what it was. Something where they couldn't use the video.
Well, the sheriff here says, hey, man, they're videoing like a lot of these dudes getting special services. And he's like, so you run the risk of being blackmailed. So just be careful.
Just be careful.
Be careful out there, guys. Because you could be caught up in Operation Skin So Soft, too.
By the way, that bath oil still exists. So.
Yeah, it does.
It smells great.
It's used as, it's a pretty good mosquito repellent.
Didn't know that.
Now you know. Now you know. Made by the Avon Company. A lot of people come home from work totally pooped. Others come home from work desperate to poop. Guys, I got the numbers.
Go.
There's a new survey out on bathroom habits at work, and some people are spending a lot more time in the can than others. Here are the stats. 1 in 12 employees claim they never pooped at work, ever.
There's a person that works with us. I will not name him. He doesn't use the bathroom here.
At all?
At all.
No number 1, no number 2.
From what I understand, no number 1, definitely no number 2. And it was, I found this out through two other men who were appalled by
Is this an air personality?
It is.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I was like, why not? Just go, man. This is the best situation here at Hubbard Broadcasting with our individual stalls that have the complete wall to the floor. It's great.
Yeah, plus it has a radio, which obnoxiously people put on like the quietest.
Very loud.
Yeah, which would be nice. That's the whole point. You got the radio in here, put on some music and put the volume up. Now let's put on the sports thing where they're
long pauses,
talking
quiet
like this, and it's really quiet in here.
Yeah.
Well, so 1 in 12 say they never pooped at work, and 34% are scared to do so. Scared.
I understand it. My husband is afraid. I'll be honest. I'll rat him out.
Oh, yeah?
there.
He's afraid.
I haven't ratted Tim out in a while.
What is he
He's probably,
afraid of?
Well, he
Bad-
works with all women. Unlike me, where I
bathrooms?
work with all men, practically, Tim works with all ladies. And so there's only a couple of options. And so as the only male, he doesn't want to
blow it up.
As a respect
So
thing.
just like one of those places that has like a bathroom.
Yeah.
No,
Like
he's
a
afraid because
shared quarters.
he's afraid because women's rooms are usually way nastier than men's rooms.
No, dude, they're not. Like, they smell nice. You go in there, you don't want to, throw down. It's been a whole thing this year.
Yeah, they're definitely not.
Not what?
They're not nastier.
I hear they're nastier.
man.
I hear you guys have really nasty stuff going on, like poo on the walls sometimes.
What?
Yeah,
know
like
that
somebody's
part. I mean, that's
blown
not-
up.
That's not a regular thing.
Well, no.
I'm not saying
happens.
that. I'm not saying that hasn't been
On the whole,
thing.
if there's even use, women's rooms
It's not normal.
are nastier. For
No,
sure.
we got candles in there and a spray and all sorts of fantastic
You have
things.
candles in there?
I think this is women. Men are nastier on average.
It's okay.
When a woman's room is nasty, it's next level.
Right, like truck stops, women's truck stops, absolutely horrific.
Yes.
Women's work, indoor.
Diff.
It's different. Here it's different. I mean, we have good smelling sprays. We have candles. We have everything you could possibly need as a woman in there.
Yeah, we got one can of Lysol in the room that's been here since I started working here.
Yeah,
it's still leaned
nobody
up,
uses.
It's still in the handicap stall, leaned up against the rail. That's been sitting there since I started working here a year and a half ago. I haven't seen any new product come into the men's room here.
And we have literally, Febreze in every stall. We have 6 stalls in there, I think.
Every stall
Every
is
stall
stocked
has-
with Febreze,
Yes,
huh?
we are living large.
What
you
does
guys.
Tim do in emergencies?
He just goes. I mean, he's got to go. You got to go. But I think working in an office full of women made him conscientious about that.
Does he go to the gas station or something?
He might.
1 in 5.
That's what I would do.
1 in 5 refuse to poop at work until it's absolutely necessary.
Well, yeah, no one wants to. No one poops outside of home unless it's necessary. Everyone would rather have home field advantage, always.
Yeah, the home ball.
Always.
Yeah, always.
However, I am like Burton, where he had the map of best bathrooms in the area, right? That if you
Jeff, yes.
Jeff, and so I have kind of acquired my own little map of the best bathrooms in public in the region here, which is nice.
And your number one?
My mom's house.
Your number one to go number two?
Like sometimes if I'm on my way to Belleville, I'm like, oh man, do I want to take
Stop
Route
over
3 to 159 real fast so I can stop by mom's? Yes, I do.
So 1 and 4 choose to hold it in all day until they get home. And for most, the biggest issues is lack of privacy, and that's probably more common when they're larger bathrooms rather than one person's.
Hey, how funny is it that we can forget, we can go to a friend's house multiple times and forget where it is, forget the area of where it is, forget all these different things. But if you have an incredible, and I mean an incredible outside of the home bathroom experience, you never forget it. Like I know the nicest bathroom I've been in the last 20 years. I know where it is.
You want to tell
The
everyone?
nicest bathroom in the last 20 years?
The nicest bathroom I've been to in recent memory.
Is it in the area?
No.
Oh.
No, it's
We'll share it. Maybe somebody will know.
Maybe
It's
they'll
a-
vacation in this area.
It's at the Four Seasons above Lake Tahoe, and it is
Oh.
a secret bathroom out by the fire pits that the employees told me to use. So they're like, no one ever uses this bathroom. You just go over there. And dude, this was the most modern, beautiful, gorgeous, clean thing. Everything was
One hole
automatic.
or multiple?
It had two stalls, but
Okay.
I swear no one had ever used it.
Wow.
And it was the cleanest and most luxurious. Oh my God. It was,
I love
I wanted
that.
to stay in there for a while. It was so nice. And I'll never forget it.
Nice.
When you have an experience in a nice bathroom, you just go, God dang, it can be
This
done.
is luxury.
It can be enjoyed.
I can tell you where you don't want to go.
Oh yeah.
The Skeeter Mountain exit between here and Louisville. Avoid Skeeter Mountain rest stop at all costs. They ran out of money for the stall doors in the men's room, so they're all just like waist high. The top of the door, there's a door, but it's only like 3 feet wide. So when you're
Your
sitting,
head is sticking out?
when you're sitting
I
on
know
the
what you're
toilet
talking about.
and people walk past and you're on the crapper, you're making direct eye contact, and the urinals are past the stalls. So anyone coming in to pee has to walk past, and it's just a line of guys sitting there like,
With just their heads out?
I know.
because of the angle, if you're over 5 feet tall, you're just looking down into the stall.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's basically just like you like from your neck up, you're still seeing everyone. So they're seeing your poop face.
Did you
I don't know
leave
who
a-
designed this thing.
Did you
It's
leave
the
a
worst
review?
bathroom. I bet if you go to the Skeeter Mountain rest stop,
I'm on it right now. 3.7 out of 5 stars.
that's way too high. Way too high. That has to be the women's room.
The first one is Welcome to Illinois. I was driving through the civilized states. I stopped here to unholster my concealed firearm. I have it bolted to the floor. Anyways, nice rest area with fantastic 90-degree turn at the entrance. Really slows down the traffic. Restroom was clean and well lit.
Maybe things have changed.
Oh, maybe they got full doors now.
Boo.
I got a couple of local restrooms that if you could just avoid at all costs, I would. First one, the bands that play down at what is it? It's like the Limp Brewery, but they have like the band levels down there. Tons of bands practice down there and have like a practice space that they rent out. It's like Fight Club bathroom. Remember, or Train
yeah.
Spotting?
Yeah.
That was awful. I recorded a video there a few years ago and had to go, and it was a freaking nightmare. And you feel like you're going to get, like a ghost is going to come get you. It's a whole mess. So the bands that practice down there, I always wonder, like, do they go to gas stations nearby, or maybe they fix that? And then also, and I love this place, but the skating rink off of Tesson, what is that place? This like the
You talking
stadium?
about Rollercade?
Rollercade. Yeah, I went to a birthday party last year and had a situation happen, and and you're in your roller skates, and for some reason, for some
you
reason,
gotta skate
they
into the
have-
bathroom.
They have those doors, like you're talking about, Rafe, like the saloon doors, almost like, but they're too high, so you're on the toilet.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Looking at
and
high.
you
people.
feel like you can pee, like if a little kid walks by, like they could look under it. I'm like,
Oh,
oh my
no.
God.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse. That sucks. And Skeeter Mountain had best of both worlds because it was right in the middle.
Here's one for
So
Skeeter
it's
Mountain.
like your knees were showing and your head.
Here's one
Give
star.
me this picture.
The fact that you got to go in there with roller skates on.
This is a picture from the Skeeter Mountain rest stop. I found it. Somebody's like, these stall doors are ridiculous.
Here's one star. Didn't like the men's room. Half doors in very small rooms, so you're looking at all three crappers and anyone that's using them. One sink is inoperative. Wouldn't recommend this place
That's
if you could
the
hold
real
it to the
review.
next.
The other were paid actors.
Probably somebody who works there put that.
Yeah, so the guy who made the doors is like, you know what? Those doors were mahogany. They're not, by the way.
You couldn't put full doors on?
The sign outside says, Illinois remembers.
Where are the
Rafe
Skeeter Mountains?
remembers. It's on 64 by the Wabash River.
Wabash Cannonball. All I know is on the way to Louisville, I was on a bachelor party trip to the Kentucky Derby. It was a van full of guys, and it was Thunderdome in there, dude. It was not good.
It's
It was
at the
just
Indiana
truckers, and it was awful. And I was just like, there's no way. Like, there's guys just blowing it up, truckers just staring at you while they're just like blowing chili. It's not good, man.
Yeah.
I don't believe the reviews unless they did a complete remodel. Something's up with that 3.7 stars.
Well, as far as being at work, so lack of privacy is number one as far as people not going. Then embarrassment about the smell, followed by noise concerns.
There's one guy in this office that doesn't care about those two things.
Fear of judgment from coworkers. Concerns about cleanliness.
I'm
and
concerned
people-
about the guy's health.
And people who can't go in public due to being poop shy.
Yeah. Which maybe is this person's problem that we work with. I don't know. I just would hate to have that restriction. You know, you got to have freedom. Just everybody poops. Literally, the person you think's the hot Margot Robbie poops, dude.
Yeah, man. Live your life. Live
Okay.
your life.
Yeah.
When we were at the old station down at Union Station, did you ever go to the other floor?
Of course I did. Remember when we were having construction on the bathrooms, and I believe like the ladies' room was being constructed upon, and so all the ladies had to go up to like the 5th floor to use that facility. Which
There was the third floor bathroom, which there was nobody ever in.
nobody even up there. It was
It was
terrifying
amazing.
to go up there.
It was
Oh,
amazing,
it was
Rafe.
awesome. It was like your
Sounds
own.
nice.
It's
It
like
was
your
amazing.
own planet.
Sounds nice. You take an elevator.
You took the
Yeah,
elevator,
it's
you
like
had to walk out into the weird lobby
It's like you took a spaceship to the
Newspaper
moon.
under your arm.
The
just
weird-ass
whistling all the
lobby.
way to the elevator.
and take the elevator up to the third floor. And it was like nobody was even up there.
I always felt like I was going to get murdered up there.
Well, yeah, that lobby was always empty because nothing was there, so it felt like you were on a movie set. It felt like you were on a dormant movie set
Yeah,
because it
it's
was
great.
like a nice looking lobby that was not used. Such a cool feeling. You go through the movie set, you get in the spaceship, you go up to the ISS basically because no one is up there; it's just floating in space.
It was
You
dimly lit.
use the bathroom; it's amazing. But then, if you were up there and you were deucing, and somebody came up, you're like, "This could be
dis?
anyone.
Right.
Who is this?"
And when somebody would walk in and I was in there, I'd be very quiet.
Yeah, dude, you're just silent. And you know, it's just
Stick your
you and
feet up.
I
him.
would even lift my feet up.
Ain't nobody in
that.
here.
I would even lift. I don't know why. I would just lift my feet up and just be quiet. Hopefully they're in here to pee.
I know. Get out.
I'll wait till they're done. Okay, continue on. Oh yes.
Drop it.
Oh yes.
We filmed earlier this year at a studio for like the Tammy Banks stuff in Nashville, and dude, this guy lived in the place. And the bathroom, it was just a curtain, which is a nightmare. That's a total nightmare. It was
A
like
curtain?
like a shower curtain. Like the toilet was just in a hole in the room, almost like a shower stall. But it was a toilet. You just pulled the curtain. So then you can't see. You have no protection, no lock. You don't know. There's nothing but a piece of fabric between you and the outside world. It was awful.
I'm just letting you know, Learn, that
What?
watching the instant feedback come in for people who work in the custodial world,
Okay.
the women's bathrooms are apparently horrendous.
This sounds like some
Compared to-
propaganda from men worldwide. Look, I'm not saying we're not disgusting creatures as well. I just feel like we clean up after ourselves. And I feel like sometimes guys don't, or at least that's the rumors I've heard from all the men in my life. I talk poop with a lot of people around here, mainly men. And
Maybe you're hearing lies about us.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've ventured in, whether it's in a business I worked at when I was like, I'd go in the ladies' room and I was like, oh, this is much more well kept than the men's room. You know, at least at bars. Granted, these are probably like at bars and things like that, where it's like drunk guys going in there and peeing all over the wall.
You got more
Punching a
men
hole in the
misbehaving.
towel dispenser, and I'm just like, it's a nightmare in here. And the mirror's cracked.
The place matters, but I think if there's equal traffic, there's more tendencies for the women's bathroom because there's more
There's
stuff.
more women going to the bathroom.
Well, there's more stuff going on. There's
more product being
there's
slung
more
around.
Exactly.
I get that.
There's more things. It's reasonable. It's not an insult.
Yeah.
No, you guys are disgusting.
Military bathrooms were, speaking of Veterans Day, salute to all the veterans who had to read the guy's newspaper on the toilet next to you because there's no dividers. There's a lot of those bathrooms, dude. They're just metal prison toilets, bolted to the ground, side by side. You're practically knee to knee. And it's just 150 dudes in a barracks.
And when you got to go, you got to go. This is it.
Eating high-protein MREs out in the field. And it's just go time, man. You get over your shyness. It is the worst experience.
Yeah, but how long does it take to get over the shyness?
I mean, I hated it until the day I left. Like, I never enjoyed it, but it's just like you just get out. It's almost like because everyone's on equal footing, you just kind of have to be like, well,
Whatever.
eyes front. Don't look over here. I won't look over there. You do your business. And you just want to get out of there as fast as you can. There's no leisure. It's not a leisurely experience.
I don't want to see my buddy wipe his butt.
Hell no, dude. Me neither.
You might pick up a trick or two.
Probably where all my dreams of butt wiping come from.
But I mean, find the positive here, dude. We're learning all sorts of things that people did. Some fella, I forget what podcast he's on, some sports guy or something, like a former athlete, was he literally learned on air that you're supposed to wipe. Like he was going into his hand.
Oh,
into
yeah, I
the
remember
tissue.
this.
Remember that.
Now that
was
could have been
crazy.
false.
I don't know if the.
Yeah,
And this is a man in his 30s or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
and that could have been an exaggeration. But think of what we learn when we finally start talking about this stuff. Imagine what you could learn when you're sitting next to a guy. You're like, oh, look at that. Teach me your fold method. That looks interesting. It seems very efficient. Hey, have you tried this?
No, I have not.
Oh, tips and tricks.
Yeah, tips and tricks. I swear there's probably, people are probably healthier coming out of scenarios
I would say
like that.
men are more comfortable pooping next to each other than women are because you guys have the urinal situation where
Yeah.
I was watching Along Came Polly this weekend and Ben Stiller's character and his boss character, Alec Baldwin, they go to the urinal together. And I said out loud to Tim, I'm like, I just can't imagine what that has to be like to like just have your dong there in front of your boss.
Yeah, it takes years to get used to. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
But I mean, women, we don't do that. We always have dividers, or if we're lucky, we have dividers.
Because you have stalls.
Right.
But you guys are chit-chatting, though.
I know, and that's how we are more comfortable, I guess. But I think men are more comfortable than women are because you have to be kind of out with each other already at the urinal situation.
I don't want to see my buddy wipe, I'll be honest with you.
Nobody
And
does.
It's not even the act, it's the paperwork afterwards.
Are you
that
staring?
I mean, you don't stare, but you can't help but see.
Well, that's like saying you can't help but look at their wangs, man. You don't do that at the urinal, do you? You have control. Your eyeballs are very fixed.
Eyes front.
Have you guys ever been in the stalls together here? Like, have you guys ever
Together.
deuced out together? Like, have unfortunately figured out, like, oh, we got to go at the same time, and you
No.
went in there?
No.
Oh, I bet you we have. But if we have, we do not acknowledge.
Interesting. There's a pair of guys that work here.
I will tell you, I've never deuced with any of these fellas.
You don't
Really?
know that.
I know for a fact.
Well, because you don't deuce in there? I'm deucing all the
He
time.
deuces
in there.
before everybody
I
gets
deuce
here.
I deuce before everybody gets
Oh,
here.
I see. So
I'm on a schedule.
That's why.
Yeah.
You've never had an emergency where you might be there after the show?
Not once.
Oh, well.
Not once while in this building.
There's a couple of guys that work with us who've worked together for probably 35 years, and they call each other S buddies because they go in there and they have had the craps at the same time, and they've had the whole experience together. I mean, they don't. If they can put a stall between them, they will. And
They
I've
just
had
take
to
it
hear
over?
about it. It's
way.
fascinating.
Seems cool. Seems cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good, that's a work relationship everyone strives for, to be honest.
And they're great friends.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You're my bro.
Yeah, I'm envious. Hey, you want to be
No.
S bros?
No, I like to be solo.
Solo, bro.
I like to be solo, bro.
Well, when you're ready to join the band, you just
Why don't you
let,
just
let
have
me know.
it?
I'm on a good schedule.
Okay. Well,
I'm
maybe
happy
you
with
could
what
come
I
in
got.
early.
It's before anybody gets here.
That is nice.
Usually, anybody. I got the whole building to myself. Hell, I could even go into the women's room if I want. Nobody
sure-
would.
yeah.
Nobody would be the wiser.
That is fun.
You should.
Nah, it's the one day that everybody comes in early, and
Yeah,
I'm in there,
I'm already in there.
and I'm in the women's room. I'm gonna go see what's going on in there.
You should. And you know what? I hope that
I'm gonna see what's going on
for
in
your
there.
full experience, a woman walks in, doesn't realize you're in there, and she just lets it loose. And so you can also
God,
know a little
no.
bit about that.
I don't need that. I had a buddy I was talking to yesterday. His daughter goes to Mizzou. And a big win for Mizzou football on Saturday. And I guess since it was a late start to the Mizzou game, I think it was 6:30, if anybody remembers. It was a 6:30 late start. There was plenty of tailgating being done there in Columbia. And he says everybody was lit up at that stadium. He said it was so fun. I said, "We out there with the college kids,
Hooting and a hollering?
hooting and hollering?" And he goes, maybe. I go, look at you. You're in your 50s out there with the 20-somethings. Mm-hmm. Is 50 the new 20? A lot of parents were acting like it because there was a big article in the Wall Street Journal about just this. They did a story about how the hot new trend is to visit your kid at college to party with them. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
want no
really?
part of that.
I don't want no part of this.
Well, yes, you will. If your daughter gets in a sorority or your
Oh.
son,
I
they
don't
invite.
think
They have
so.
dad's weekend. You have to come up, and the sorority takes you out and
Yeah.
wine and dine you and all
that's
that.
but I'm not partying with them.
This is not that.
Yeah,
Oh.
my children need to have their thing. I'm not their friend. They need to have their thing.
So the headline of the Wall Street Journal is, "It's 10 a.m. and Dad's doing Jell-O shots."
10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m. and Dad's doing Jell-O shots. So touring the campus and meeting professors, is still a thing that schools offer. But apparently more and more parents are following that stuff up with doing keg stands. So they talked to a 53-year-old guy from Kansas with multiple kids who says, a mom from Kansas, multiple kids. She says she's done 9 parents' weekends at 3 schools, playing lots of beer pong and doing flip cup, and once held a girl's hair back for her while she puked.
The full experience.
I guess so. I mean, I guess we got ourselves a cool mom.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're 21, what's the problem here? Your kids are fun. They're 21. You're not buying them beer. Go up there. Let them submerge you in their culture.
She claims her kids are cool with it and seem to enjoy partying with her. She said they like seeing that side of her because it's a, quote, different aspect of the parental relationship. I don't know if this is such a good thing, guys.
I just know my mom's a party animal. So the minute Emily turned 21, it's on. And but that's also her friends, like my sister's friends and their cool moms. They took the kids down to Mexico, partied, and went to Truman, and we were doing Jell-O shots with Emily and her sorority sisters. It's fine.
Maybe if it were me, I just couldn't feel like I could be my unabashed self.
Sure. But you're going to drink, or maybe not. I'm not saying all families do this, but you're going to have a beer with your son one day, maybe, if he drinks alcohol. And
Yeah, but I'm not going to go to school with him and
that's their independence. It's not necessarily, I mean, it's where they live. It's where their whole lives are. I also understand Moon's point about I'm your father, not your friend. But my mom, I think, did a good job of balancing that with us. She's super fun and also super responsible.
Well, the director of sororities and fraternities at the University of Arizona confirmed this is a major trend now. He says he's seeing parents doing beer bongs and dancing on tables. This is a thing. He said sometimes the parents are crazier than the kids. But the school's philosophy is we try not to parent the parents. Who am I to remind you to be on your best behavior? At my son's hockey game on Friday, I was tempted to go down to the student section. I'll be honest with you.
Hey man, you get past a few shots, a few beers, and it's
Cool, I'm a YouTuber.
There was a moment where I was thinking, man, I could be like cool dad and I could blend in, right? What's up, kids?
Yeah, there's going to be a hold my beer moment. Oh yeah, you think that's partying?
What's up, kids?
Watch this.
I put my ass against the glass. Check it out. Moonin's back. My buddy Rafe told me that. I didn't tell you to do it at your son's
Get out of
hockey
here,
game.
Dad.
Man. Moon with discretion.
I get thrown out with the other kids.
What's up, Stripes? Or what did you call them?
Oh, the refs?
Yeah.
Stripes, kiss
Hey,
this.
Stripes.
Put your ass against the
This
glass.
is my crack.
I don't know.
Did you ever have a beer with your dad before he died?
Yeah.
Moon, have you ever drank a beer with your dad?
No, my dad does not drink.
Tim's dad doesn't either.
Lame.
What about you,
What?
Rafe? Did you ever have a drink with your dad?
No.
And I think that's really different, having a beer with your dad than cake standing at a college tailgate. I think that's very different.
You ever do a beer bong with your mom?
No, but the year is young.
I can picture your mom doing a beer bong.
You know, we are planning holiday activities right now, and maybe that'll be a first.
So your mom would go to the college?
Yeah.
And,
She went with my sister. I didn't have her up with me. But my sister.
but when you were in your 20s, would you be like, oh, Mom?
She parented us kind of different. So I'm partying with my mom now.
Now, yes.
You
Because
know?
you're in your late 30s.
Yeah. But my sister's been partying with her since the dawn of
different.
time. Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of these parents are youth fighters.
Well, I also think it's when you're the oldest sibling, you wear your parents down. Like, they try to be what they think a parent should be to you. Or, like, they try to be more strict or stern or have that parental role, and then you just wear them down.
Yeah.
And by the time the youngest comes around, it's like, don't leave your bong in the living room.
Yeah,
you know,
you've
it's like,
cleared the way for your younger.
yeah, you clear a path. You're the snowplow kid.
I don't know. I'm thinking with a lot of these parents are going to the schools because they're youth fighting. It's like Amy Poehler, that character in Mean Girls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you keep
The
me
mom.
young. Yeah.
You know, they're trying to relive their
Yeah.
going through the, hanging out with the kids. I don't know.
Maybe.
Stay in your lane, Mom.
So
Maybe that's just we've reached a generation that's like, remember the movie Half Baked?
Yeah.
Where he's talking about the kid like smoking weed in his room while the dad's smoking weed in his room, trying to figure out how to relate to the
Yeah.
kid. Maybe that generation gap has closed a little on that, where people are just like, finally, I can just be myself with my kid. And you're not doing it at home, so like it's almost like baby's day out. You know, dad gets to go to college, have a beer with his son.
Yeah, it's not at home.
It's not at home, so it's, yeah, you still have like whatever the home structure is intact, but you get to go be like, yeah, I used to party. You get to have that moment with your kid now.
I don't know. I could imagine being at a college and going, whose mom is that?
She's
Who's-
awesome.
Whose dad is that? I'd be thinking they're an undercover. Who brought the undercovers?
yeah.
I don't like it.
I like it.
I don't like it. Makes me uncomfortable. And finally, this is a story of a woman who had her husband return a puppy
Oh, no. Why?
because he bought it as a surprise.
Oh boy.
Where's the problem? This is
Yeah,
great.
no kidding. Well, I don't know.
Oh, this is a big problem.
Yeah, you always see that. Like in every 80s movie, 90s movie, you know, there was always dogs being given as presents. And I would always think, what if that person is not a good dog mom?
Right. What if
Or
that's a
good dog dad?
responsibility?
Right, like you're handing somebody something pretty intense.
Oh, I've been manifesting Tim just arriving in our driveway.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, but
Open
you want a
the
dog.
door. Pug puppy right there.
We-
just like a little football.
We were shopping for, I don't know, I wouldn't say shopping. I was looking at puppies online last night. Last night. By the way, when did Chihuahuas get so expensive? When did that happen?
Oh, no.
$3,000,
Yeah, they're-
$4,000? Are
Designer
you out of your
dog.
brain?
It's a designer dog.
Designer dog?
Chihuahuas are hot right now.
They are
So hot
super
right now.
hot. What the hell is that?
So this woman says she asked her husband to return the puppy he bought her as a surprise, despite her saying, I got no time.
Okay.
I got no time to take care of both the dog and the kids. So the woman wrote, my husband and I are in our mid-40s, married for 15 years. 2 kids, an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old. The woman says that the family's senior dog died a couple of years ago, and since then we've talked about getting another dog, but maybe when the kids graduate high school. Dogs are a huge commitment. I got no time. Kids' activities 7 nights a week. I work 2 jobs, 50 hours total. Husband has a full-time job too, but works from home 3 days a week. Recently, though, he came home with a surprise new puppy.
So cute.
She says, I felt pissed because I made it clear I did not want a dog. The kids are all excited now.
Uh-huh.
He said it was my birthday gift. I pushed back and said dogs are a family decision. I felt that this is pretty damn disrespectful.
Well, because the disclaimer, yeah, he should have listened, I guess.
Because it's going to be on her to do most of the stuff.
You think? Might be a responsibility moment, teaching moment for those kids.
Oh, they're 11 and 14. Stop it.
They can do it.
They learned something. They learned how quickly their mom will turn her back on a living creature.
And it's probably them. Because, at first you say, oh, I can't possibly take this puppy. And then it's night 2. And then you're going, I love this puppy more than the people in my life.
Yeah.
You don't alter Vera to fit you. You alter yourself to fit Vera.
Yeah, but
it's the
she
same
said
thing
that she
with
didn't want the
puppies.
dogs. Like, she's like, this is not something we need in our lives
For
right
sure.
now.
Man.
When you bring a dog into the house, and trust me, I know.
My mom gave a dog away that I gave her, and I was so mad about it, dude.
Oh, you did this?
One cat.
Did you ask her?
So I had a dog named Cassie, great dog. When I moved up here, my mom was no pets in the house my whole life. We had outside dog. We didn't even have goldfish. She didn't like animals in the house, didn't want them. I was like, hey, you got to Cassie has to stay with you. She's a good dog. Just till I find a place where I can have a dog. Because I moved up to SIUE for college. I moved up to Edwardsville. Stayed with another guy. Did a short-term rental while I was looking around 3 or 4 months. Found a place specifically that would let me have a pet. Went home to get Cassie, and she's like, no bueno. This is my dog now.
Oh.
Fell in love with her. Had her forever. She was divorced by herself. I think she felt safe. Cassie died. She was sad. I waited about 6 months, and then I think I was here. And you guys had the freaking lady come in from the humane shelter, and she had a little dog named Milk Dud with her. And this dog was so adorable. I was just like, oh, my God, I think I got to get this dog. And I went and got Milk Dud, and I was like, I'm just going to I think my mom's ready to have another dog. She was like, I really miss Cassie. I'm really sad not having a dog. Took Milk Dud down there, and then a few months later, I went home, and I was like, where's the dog?
Did you bring like a basket of treats? Like, I brought treats.
Yeah. She said, I gave it to a lady. I gave him to a lady at work. She has kids. Said he was too high energy. And I was like, you gave the dog away and you didn't at least ask me? If I would take him?
Oh, dude. We're in the exact same scenario. Well, not exact same, but...
I was so mad and so just sad about it. I was like, I want proof of life.
Yeah.
Who are these people?
There was a dog in the family.
Who has Milk Dud?
There was a dog in the family that we would dog sit every once in a while. Fell in love with this dog. Incredible dog. It was awesome. It was in the family. And we just randomly said, hey, man, if for some reason you ever get rid of this dog, you got to give it to us. Radio, they get on. He's the coolest. He fits our family perfect. I love this dog. And then suddenly we find out when they moved. They were overwhelmed. They got a new puppy. I don't know why they got a new puppy, but they got a new puppy. And then they gave Stanley away.
Oh,
wow.
Stanley.
To somebody else. It's a little Chihuahua and Dachshund mix. He's the cutest, coolest dog ever. And they gave Stanley away. And
A chud.
yeah, I was such a. I mean, I'm going to say I was a jerk, and I was like, you need to ask them who they gave it to. And like, what are their qualifications?
I need proof this is a good family.
Yeah, I was so concerned. I'm still pissed.
Me too.
I'm still
I'm
super
not
In this
pissed.
situation, the wife is like, you disrespected me. You brought this dog in. Now the kids. What am I going to take the dog away from the kids?
Yeah, me and mommy.
Now now you're the hero.
Right. Maybe he wants a divorce.
And me, well, she says the husband flew into a rage, threatened separation, spent the night somewhere else.
The dog is the gateway drug to divorce. In this situation, he's probably like, all right, she doesn't want it. What can I do that won't make me look like the bad guy? I'm bringing home a puppy. Divorce, inevitable.
Well, he came home.
Oh, you mean it? He brought in the grenade. Mm-hmm. Oh.
That's the move.
Well, kids, clearly it's not my fault we're getting divorced. You can see how your mom treats animals.
Yep. If you want to come visit me in Douglas, I have a new apartment.
Yeah.
If you want to visit me and Doug the pug,
Yep.
we'll be making our own Instagram account.
So she wrote, he came home today, and she says, I apologize for suggesting he got the dog because he wanted it rather than as a heartfelt gift for her. But she says, you need to return the dog.
It can be both.
You need to get the dog out of here. The husband continues to discuss separation with the wife. She wants to know if she's wrong. She's absolutely not wrong.
No, she made her point, and he
I think
went against it.
It sounds like this is this is a situation where it's not 100% about the dog. It's not all about the dog here. Yeah, you need to have both parties give the okay
Right.
before you bring a dog into the house. It's a big commitment.
Absolutely, it is.
It is. What would you do if you got a pug and the cats weren't feeling it?
Well, I mean,
'Cause
that's
I don't know.
Yeah,
how do you
that's-
think your cats would react to a dog?
That's the reason we haven't gotten a dog yet, because I'm so, especially Clover's like older now, and I got Mr. Gray. I got a whole cat house right
Well,
now.
also, listen, when you get a dog,
They're cats. They'll deal.
let alone two dogs like we have, which was dumb. Love the dogs dearly, but what a dumb move to get two dogs. Dumb.
Do they like each other? The two
Yeah, they're
dogs?
fine. They're fine.
I just don't
They're
want.
fine with each other. It's just every time we go away somewhere, it's a thing.
It is.
It's a big thing.
Well, see, I feel like I will take the dog. If we get a little dog, he'll go with us everywhere.
Yeah, you think that.
I think that. So I'm on all these pug rescue sites and whatnot. Like there's a Midwest Pug Rescue.
You can't always. Then you narrow down where you could go.
Yeah, I got people that watch them though.
But now you're relying on other people.
I'm already doing that. People
I
watch
watch
my
'em.
cats. Yeah, I know.
And now you're
You're on my
relying.
list.
But now it's a thing you throw into the machine.
We're a dog.
That is our household.
We're becoming a dog sitting house. We just dog sat this weekend.
It is
love it.
expensive though. Or like
yeah.
if you don't have family members willing to do it, it is. When Tina and I go on the road and we had to get dog sitters, like it's a cost.
Oh, and Bo is a road dog this weekend.
I took Bo to Springfield this weekend.
So
and, like,
great.
He's a little easier to manage because he's chill. He's sleeping on the way. Good in the hotel.
Did you take him to the club too, or just?
I took him to the club early, and then I took him back to the hotel and just let him sleep because he just like you feed him, put a little peanut butter on this little paw pad so he
And
doesn't
he's
see us
cool.
leave the hotel room. We come back, he's deaf, he can't hear nothing. He's in there, just knocked out, sleeping in his bed,
Good.
living his best life. It was nice. If you have a dog like that, that's easy to manage on the
Right.
road.
I do not.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine
I don't.
taking your
When we
new
just
dog.
had Cat the dog, when we would go back to New York for the holidays or even for the summer, we give her one of those calm down pills, throw her in the car, and she would be in the car for 14 hours
Yeah.
back to the East Coast. It was great. And now with the other dog, I mean, we got it. What a pain in the ass. And then I remember that first night. My wife and I came downstairs after being up all night with a puppy and saying, why'd we do this? We need to give away this dog.
No.
This dog needs to go back.
That's just it's like the stages of grief. You go through like 5 stages of puppyhood where you go, okay, I'm so excited. Then it's the regret. And then that all
we're still
fades
kind of
away.
that way.
What?
It's been 4 years. 3 years. 4 years. It's,
Getting,
Yeah.
Get it?
Adopting Willow and adding him to our house with Clover, I was crying because I thought my heart's not going to be big enough for everybody. And then It grew. Everything's cool, man.
My heart's not going to be big enough.
Because I love Clover so much that whenever we got the second cat, I was a freaking mess. And now I got Mr. Gray, and that's a third growth experience, and that's a whole thing.
Yeah,
too.
well, in this story, this husband seems like a giant douche.
Yeah.
Get divorced.
Just get divorced. Say you want a divorce, not a dog.
Get divorced. Stop it.
Wow.
Just get divorced.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's do this. All right, that is brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Check out the all-new Hot Shots Lindbergh, your new home for sports in South County. Get all the info at hotshotsnet.com. From O'Fallon, Missouri, Savannah Hill is our team member of the day. Savannah is a longtime fan of the Riz Show, loves the many discussions that we have on a daily basis. Loves my firm attitude, Moon's calming energy, learns positivity, King Scott's hilarious one-liners, and Rafe's cool-headed perspective and relatability during debates.
Wow.
Excited to be a part of Team Riz and looking forward to wearing that Team Riz jersey to future show events. Savannah Hill from O'Fallon, Missouri is our Team Riz member of the day. Gets a super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, crab on celebrities, and I will let you guys know what band you're listening for today. This is Moon's Week to pick the bands. So we'll let you know what band you're listening for today. Make sure you have that 1057 The Point app downloaded. Your chance to win $1,000 and your chance to co-host the show. Back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow 1057thepoint.com. Sex Time Fun Facts coming up. Sex Toy of the Week. This is Moon's Week to pick the bands for Face the Music. And today you're listening for...
Slipknot.
Slipknot is the band you are listening for.
Scared.
All of today.
Bringing a little energy into
That's
this
right.
Monday.
So from now until midnight, if you hear a Slipknot song, take out your phone, open up the Point mobile app. Moon's face will be right there on the front. Tap Moon's face, your chance to win $1,000 and your chance to co-host a morning show with us. So you're listening for Slipknot. And it's, you know, it's apt you picked Slipknot today because today not only is Veterans Day, but it's also Heavy Metal Day.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like stabbing westward, Private?
It's National Metal Day. And do you know why today is National Metal Day?
Because it was on this day that Born to Be Wild was written.
Because every day is heavy metal.
No.
Heavy Metal Thunder was the first use of heavy metal.
Well, today, it's actually just Metal Day.
Oh.
Not
Well,
metal.
that changes everything.
Not metal, the metal music.
The genre.
Yes.
Okay.
So why is today Metal Day? National Metal Day.
Is it somebody's birthday who was very
No, and it
foundational?
makes total sense.
It does?
It has to do with a movie.
Spinal Tap?
Yes.
Oh.
Why?
Is that like the first, was it released?
No, because today is 11/11.
Oh, turn it up to 11.
This goes up to 11
Tight.
Sweet.
because it's November 11th, 11/11, and it started on 11/11/11.
Mm-hmm.
So today is National, the promo machine out for this Wicked movie.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah,
going to be a
they
big
do.
deal.
Oh, my God. Wicked is everywhere. It's everywhere.
You're surprised? It's a huge Broadway production. It's Christmas time.
It's Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
It's magic.
I mean,
Closest
there's
thing to Harry Potter we got.
the two actresses are everywhere that are the main characters. I mean, I'm seeing commercials. I'm seeing all this crossover stuff. And of course, there's the toys.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hope you're about to talk about what I think you're
Yes,
about
I
to
am.
talk about.
Right.
Great.
Yes, I am.
All right.
Mattel just made a pretty crazy mistake.
Pretty big boo-boo.
Pretty big boo-boo. So Mattel, the toy company, several toy buyers discovered that Mattel printed the URL for a naughty website on the boxes of their dolls for the movie Wicked, specifically the ones for Glinda and Elphaba, the two main characters. It was clearly an accident, although a pretty big one. So the website on the dolls' boxes is wicked.com, which is a porno website.
Whoops.
Instead of the correct one, which should be wickedmovie.com.
What an idiot.
Quite a difference.
Why did they make that so close, I wonder? Because you would assume wicked.com is about the movie.
Wicked has been it's been a porn company for many years.
Sure.
Many years.
But even so, make it something else, like rubyredslippers.com, or that's probably a porn site too. Who knows? Maybe there's no way.
get
So
what
you're
you're saying.
blaming the porn people?
No. I'm not blaming the porn people at all.
Oh, you're blaming the
I'm
Mattel
blaming
people.
the Mattel people, the movie
Or the
people.
movie people.
They, you have
Don't even
professionals
leave
in
it to
place.
chance. I agree.
Yeah,
with you.
like
Right.
Yeah.
This
try
is
to-
a series of morons.
try
by
to
the way.
defer to a different place so the kids don't accidentally put wicked.com.
It's
'Cause that's what you
wicked.net.
assume.
Good.
This is a solid series of idiocy.
So if you go to wicked.com, there's a clean black warning page announcing that it's an adult site, and if if you're 18, you can enter.
Somebody was responsible though for what would go on it, and then the next person saw it and didn't think, "Oh, is it wicked? Well, let's just be sure. Let's just be sure." Or is it wicked? You know what I mean? Like there were multiple steps where people had to not correct this mistake.
So the URL is in small print on the back of the boxes, next to the copyright info and the barcode. One person at Mattel says, "I was so excited." One person said, "Mattel, I was so excited after I bought your toy, and when I went to wicked.com to see more Wicked products, I was met with hardcore pornography. This is unacceptable. I expect reimbursement."
Signed, the other toy manufacturer.
Reimbursement for what?
Mattel's competition.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm at wicked.com on my phone because we get it blocked here.
It's not blocked here. What?
Yeah, mine is. My computer's blocked. My safe search on.
Not mine.
This doesn't look as bad as like Brazzers. I'll give it that.
It's pretty
much
bad.
the same.
It's pretty much the same thing.
It's a little more, a lot of goth stuff in there.
I like this
Careful.
one. This one
Careful.
person says, "I
like it.
expect reimbursement." Reimbursement for what?
That's a good point.
Put it on eBay. There's plenty of people that'll buy it as a collector's
Oh yeah, those
item.
boxes may be worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, don't. I hope they didn't open up the box.
God, that was always so hard to do.
Unopened, still in box. Go buy another toy with the corrected thing on it.
Right.
That you give to the kid. What I expect reimbursement for what?
Yeah, it's don't be a square, but still, I mean, Mattel's somebody going fired, right?
Another commenter said, "Why would they do that, knowing that it's mostly kids buying these dolls?"
Why you do that, Ron?
Well, let's assume it was unintentional.
Right, absolutely.
Moron. Let's assume it was unintentional. I'm sure they didn't mean to do this.
Sure. We've all been
Why
there.
why would you do this?
Why you do that, right? Poop
Why?
mouth. Wait, poop mouth.
Others joked that about somebody would be fired for this, or that they're quote cooked, as the kids say these days. Mattel admitted, yeah, it was a mistake. We regret the error. Sorry.
Yeah.
How many were made? Do you know? I mean, it's got to be a lot.
I'm sure that first run was a lot.
Yeah, because this is like in every Target on Earth, right?
God, I hated buying those collector Barbies whenever I was little. My mom would be like, "Here's your Christmas Barbie." We weren't allowed to open it.
Wait,
I'll bet
what? You were given a present that you weren't allowed to open?
Eventually, she.
Strange move, Joe.
Talk about wicked. Right?
Strange move.
Yeah, Ma. But then she allowed me to open it.
Oh.
Eventually, I
Because they
just
were collector's
complained.
items?
Yeah, but my cousin, for instance, she has all of those Christmas Barbies from the '90s untouched.
Oh, that's why
Really?
she's the way she is.
Yes.
Here, kids.
I don't know what that means.
Open this up. It's an investment.
Yeah.
Yay!
Just look at Barbie in the box. Oh, it's the worst.
Kids totally understand that in 30 years this will be worth something. Okay.
My grandma was smart about that. I've said that before on the show. She'd buy doubles.
Yeah.
She bought any popular kid's toy that was hot, whether it was He-Man.
So smart.
She would buy it, and she'd put them up in the closet. and she banked. She sold off a big part of her collection a few years ago, and
you know what? You know, I
she
regret
had a glowworm in the package.
No,
Like
yeah.
I'm
Sweet.
talking like old school. Teddy
Video
Ruxpin
games.
unopened.
video games, like original Nintendo unopened video games, like first generation, are crazy expensive. But who doesn't open them?
The true nerds. They're the one true hope. I mean,
I wonder if these things will be worth money at some point.
Well, thanks.
The Wicked box.
The Wicked boxes.
Oh yeah.
The porn boxes. Well,
So-
It's like
honestly,
it's
the weird thing is that depends on how well Wicked does.
it's the Billy Ripken baseball card, dude. I'm sure you said that already. But
The F-face, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't mean the movie. I mean, it depends on how well the movie and the porn site does.
The porn
Right?
site's going to be all right.
porn sites, great.
Again, they've been around for a long time, that Wicked company.
But I'm saying in 50 years when you
Very
think that this
cinematic.
could-
They do a lot of movie parodies.
how do you know so much? You've been there before.
I do
This
this.
is-
Do you realize what my job is on
No,
this
I know,
show?
but I'm just saying, I've never heard of Wicked.com until this very
I
moment.
just
So I'm just
looked it
surprised
up.
anybody knows anything about it.
Oh yeah, they're out there. They're making the parodies of like Hunger Games and stuff like that, where you see it.
So, well,
It's everywhere.
Mattel advised parents, hey, throw out the packaging, scratch out the link.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
They're also, quote, taking immediate action to replace the old stock and with the correct packaging. Again, the movie Wicked opens up on November 22nd. For more info, go to wickedmovie.com or wicked.com.
Yeah, whatever day you want to have.
Something else. Yeah. All right, today is November the 11th. Back in the day, 106 years ago, 1918, World War I ended. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, General Irwin T. Parkleton called it the war to end all wars. 86 years ago, 1938, Typhoid Mary died. She was born Mary Mallon, carried typhoid and gave it to at least 53 people in America, 3 of whom died. Typhoid Mary spent 27 of her 68 years quarantined in prison. Pretty sad story there. Sucks. 82 years ago, 1942, Congress lowered the age of the draft from 21 to 18. 32 years ago, 1992, Aladdin hits theaters. Now, Aladdin first hit theaters in New York and L.A. on this day, back in 92, featured something never before seen in an animated feature film. What?
CG.
No.
Okay.
A celebrity-driven character.
What was this? I'm sorry.
Aladdin.
I thought it was the first one with computer graphics as well.
Aladdin's writers created the part of the genie for Robin Williams. He was their dream casting choice, a long shot. The wish that came true in Aladdin terms. But up until Aladdin, voice acting was almost exclusively the domain of voice actors. Now, when a celebrity did provide a voice, like they in this one article I read, like Angela Lansbury, doing Beauty and the Beast, it generally was not an A-lister or a main character.
It's the beginning of the end, said the faceless voices of that industry.
But Robin Williams was the first A-lister to play a major character in a Disney movie.
It's interesting because Roger Miller was the rooster in Disney's Robin Hood, and I feel like maybe not an A-list celebrity, but he was definitely like a big country music guy.
But not an A-lister. And again, the Angela Lansbury in Beauty and the Beast is another example. Like, yeah,
Interesting.
she's famous, but not an A-list famous, and it wasn't a
Yeah.
main character.
You're right.
27 years ago, 1997, Columbus announced its new expansion NHL team would be called the Blue Jackets.
Kurt Russell was Fox and the Hound. That's an A-lister, dude. Right?
Main character, though?
Yeah, he was the dog.
He was the Hound.
He was the Hound.
What year was that?
God, what year was that? Maybe he wasn't a big star yet.
That was the 70s, I think, or 81.
81?
Yeah, he was Copper.
But he wasn't a big A-list star.
Mickey Rooney was
1981?
Todd.
I guess not. Well, 80s Kurt Russell.
Mickey Rooney was a huge star.
Listen, what do you want from me?
I
Okay,
don't know.
I'm just saying.
I'm just trying. I don't know. I got to think. I'm just pushing back against Disney, not you.
It's not my fault.
We're still upset about Jessica Rabbit last week.
Corey Feldman was in that movie. That's insane, dude.
What movie?
Says Corey Feldman was young Copper.
Oh.
Hey, by the way, Yago, you know, the macaw, was originally offered to Danny DeVito and Joe Pesci, and both said, nah.
So Gilbert Gottfried got it right. 24 years ago in the year 2000, Creed single With Arms Wide Open hit #1. And 19 years ago today in 2005, Mark McGwire tells ESPN, I'm retiring. Ending his 16-year big league career. Ranks 11th all-time with 583 home runs. He decided not to sign the 2-year, $30 million extension the Cardinals had offered. He said no. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Last week, the Grammy nominees were announced, and Beyoncé has officially ascended to her throne as the queen of the Grammys. She received 11 nominations on Friday, making her the most nominated artist of all time with 99 total. Her husband, Jay-Z, is second with that number at 89, followed by Paul McCartney of 84 nominations with the Grammys, and the late Quincy Jones is fourth place with 80 nominations.
So how many does Beyoncé have?
99.
Grammy nominations?
Yes.
So what is this for her country record?
This is for her country record. So Cowboy Carter albums all over the country categories. It's also up for Album of the Year. The song Texas Hold'em nominated for Record of the Year and Song of the Year.
Crap.
And no CMAs. The Country Music Awards, 0.
Right.
Dude, it's a terrible record.
Yeah, it didn't get good marks.
It's a terrible record. It's not good. And I'm not saying anything about her. I'm saying this record sucks. And the fact that it's nominated for a Grammy is embarrassing.
That's the sound of the beehive coming from
That's fine. Come at me. You know it. I know it. She knows it.
I didn't listen to the whole thing. And to be
I know
honest,
that song.
Texas Hold'em. She has the most wins of all time, though. 32 Grammy wins. She is the queen of the Grammys.
Yeah, good for her. I get it.
100-year-old Jimmy Carter has become the oldest Grammy nominee ever with his nod for the spoken word album Last Sundays in Plains, the centennial celebration. Sweet President
Jimmy
Carter.
Carter.
I know. It's
Jimmy
like,
Carter.
Oh, man. So,
Does he know?
yeah, I think he knows. Somebody told him. I don't know if he really knows. But the Grammys are going to air live
I hope
on
he
CBS
wins.
February 2nd.
Get him out there.
Get him
Get him out there.
Sabrina Carpenter played the Chase Center in San Francisco on Saturday night, and a woman in the pit allegedly squatted down, urinated right all over the dance floor, exorcist style. So far, no one has posted a video of the actual deed, but there is a ton of video of people standing around a wet floor where it supposedly happened.
Wet floor.
I've seen it before. You've never seen somebody go to the bathroom at a concert?
I've never seen somebody just squat down and go. Like, the
I saw a lady
audacity.
do it on stage.
Yeah.
What kind of shows are you guys going to?
It just happened. Like we reported on it.
Yeah.
Didn't the girl like pee on a guy on stage?
Yeah, that was a Blues Travelers show, wasn't it?
No, it was
Could you imagine?
no.
Pack it in, pack it in, pack it in, pack it in.
No. It was
Brian Adams.
no. It's the group that plays the horns.
Okay.
Was it Brass Against the Machine?
Oh, right, the singer.
The singer.
Yeah. Is that what they're called?
I think
Brass?
they're called Brass Against the Machine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, guys, there's pictures all over the internet of people holding up their phones with the message, I got peed on in the pit to see Sabrina Carpenter.
Let's not get crazy.
Too late. Jerry Cantrell called music streaming bad business. Model for any musician trying to earn a living. Here he is on the Primordial Radio talking about the business side of streaming.
I was looking at, can't remember the artist, but I was looking at something that gets millions and millions of streams or whatever, and people are being paid 1,000th of a cent. a 1,000th of a cent every time it's played. And in the old days when you got played on the radio, that turned into like a penny or something. And that adds up. You know, I'm a real advocate for artists' rights, man.
So he's talking about all the good work he's done. He also knows he doesn't have any room to talk. Here is a second part of that interview about how good he's doing in these times of streaming for artists.
I've got nothing to complain about. I'm doing fine, but it's about doing good work. I don't think a grocery store or a farmer or somebody that sells or grows a lot of product would stay in business very long if the cost remains same to operate it and bring that to market, and maybe 70 to 80% of the customers walked in and said, hey, I don't really feel like I want to pay for this apple today, but I'm going to take it anyway.
He's got a point. He just wants fairer deals for artists, and obviously coming from decades ago when artists were still getting paid pretty well.
Well,
for the plays.
also, having your song played on the radio was basically a commercial to go buy your CD, go buy your album out at a store, and go see your concert. I heard somebody say years and years and years ago, a CD is just a flyer for your show.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, at least part of it.
Yeah.
And now, yeah.
But he makes such a great point about any other industry. People would get out of the industry if the profits weren't there. And it's because it's the arts. People are not usually, making money, yes, we all want to make money, but there's a passion component to it. Not saying you can't be passionate about farming, but it's such hard work that maybe you would have that work somewhere else and find passion elsewhere. Yeah. I think what he's saying is people are staying in the music business not for the money, because it's changed, that they're actually staying because of the passion behind the craft. Dave Grohl isn't the only one who doesn't think that Taylor Swift sings live. A British singer named Phil Henley, this guy was on the X Factor a couple years ago, the British version of that show, analyzed the audio from several different shows on Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, and he's now convinced, just like Dave Grohl is, that she is not singing live for every song. I watched a little bit of this. He's got a whole YouTube series about this, and he said that Swifties actually came at him the first time he put out a video trying to say that she's not singing live, that she's doing an auto-tune track. And they said, well, what about this? What about this? So he took those complaints from Taylor Swift fans and broke it down in a new video to show the difference. And so he says either way, in his series of YouTube videos, he used audio software to supposedly prove that Taylor's performances are exactly the same down to the millisecond at every show, saying, quote, we get vocal lines that match each other. It just can't happen. Even with a clear vocal of a singer doing one performance and even just singing a few notes and singing a few notes again, those vocal lines will not overlap. That is something that is simply impossible to do with our human vocal cords.
So she may be singing to a track. So there's recorded Taylor Swift singing and then real Taylor Swift singing over recorded Taylor Swift?
Not only is Taylor singing to pre-recorded tracks, but this guy says those tracks have been pitched corrected to the point that they're, quote, borderline auto-tuned. And he's calling her a fraud. And saying that, well, some people are calling her a fraud. Some people are saying that she should be sued.
Oh, God.
Swifties still don't care.
Were you entertained at the show?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the show? Whatever, man.
Nobody's faking it more than most of these metal bands right now.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. I mean, there's videos out there, singers falling off stages and nothing changes. Like, come on, man.
How dare you say this on National Metal Day?
The stage could collapse. And the sounds are still going. Not a guitar.
Still be hearing your "Bring Me the Horizon" song.
Yeah. Not a guitar has dropped. The drums are rocking, and the singer sounds better than he did before he fell.
Hell yeah! In TV news, we all remember the "Cash Me Outside" girl. That was Dr. Phil, right?
Yeah.
Bobby. Her real name, Danielle Brigoli, she hopped on Instagram, and she has cancer, you guys, and she's under doctor's care. She says, I'm sorry, my cancer medicines made me lose weight. I'm slowly gaining it back, so stop running with the worst narratives.
Yeah, that sucks.
That sucks for her.
She just had a kid.
Yeah, you're right.
And she is loaded. Like, I think she turned 18. She did a OnlyFans.
She did an OnlyFans. Wasn't she the one that set the record? I think she has the record for, like, the most money.
Here she is from Dr. Phil.
That's what I always do, and they never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
Because you're too streetwise?
Yup. And all these hoes laughing like so funny.
Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes?
Yeah.
You're the one woman. I'm not a hoe.
I'm not a hoe.
I'm not a hoe.
I like how people start clapping like, we are hoes.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
How about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
Cash me outside.
Damn it, Phil. Get it together.
He went, huh?
And you know what?
You're no bigger than a popcorn fart.
Catch me outside. How about that? Huh?
Make fun of her. She's got more money than all y'all.
Yeah, dude.
Laughing to the bank.
All y'all.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Who knew? Vindicated.
cancer caught her
Well, that's
outside.
What about her outside?
I said,
Cancer
to be
cashed
fair,
her
cancer
outside.
Caught her outside.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
sad. I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Moving into movie news, you guys, Venom: The Last Dance continues to stalk at the top of the North American box office. The film has stayed number one for the third straight week. It's brought in $16.2 million this weekend.
I heard it was all right. Your son is the one that said it was terrible.
Right.
but,
My son said it was terrible.
I heard it was okay.
He likes everything.
I want to see this Heretic movie. Anybody hear
What's
much
that?
about that? That's the new, what's his name from Love Actually? Hugh Grant. He plays kind of like
bad
a
guy.
murderer.
That's right.
Who has a cult, and he's got these girls in
Yeah.
his house.
I'll see it for free.
Sounds great.
Dude, I feel like you would love Hugh Grant, Riz. I see interviews, and you guys are cut from the same cloth. His entire interview.
Think we get along?
Oh, yeah.
he's
It's just
a little
stuff that
bit-
irritates him.
Is he surly?
Yeah, he's kind of
Yeah.
a Gallagher
Is he
brother in
so-
the acting business. He seems a little Gallagher-y.
I like his movies.
Okay.
Hugh Grant?
He's complaining about, like, having kids having to carry, like, water. Like, what's wrong with the fountain water? Why do we have to carry water around like we're in the middle of the desert
Talks with his
everywhere we
hands?
go? Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I don't like the fact that he was caught with a prostitute that one time.
No, and he was dating
had
Elizabeth
Hurley
Hurley.
at home.
He doesn't care what you think about that.
I know. Remember her name?
Divine Brown.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Divine Brown.
You guys and your famous prostitute.
We know. Hey, listen, when it comes to
Wicked
famous
pictures
prostitutes,
and famous prostitutes.
Wicked.com.
we know.
You do sex toy of the week for
We
a
know.
year, and it ruins you.
Divine Brown.
You guys remember the movie Air Bud with the basketball playing golden retriever?
Yeah.
It's my favorite movie.
It's a
Yeah.
true story.
I've got a
Sweet
tattoo.
Buddy. Oh, yes. Well, the man who owned Buddy is now on the streets. His name is Kevin DeCiccio, and he's credited for creating the Air Bud character in 11 movies. Now, unfortunately, he says that didn't come with much of a paycheck from Disney yet again. Kevin is currently at a shelter in San Diego, California.
homeless?
He is homeless.
The dog?
I
No,
heard
the
it.
Dog's gotta
dog's
be
dead.
way dead.
The
Oh,
dog's
yeah,
super
yeah, yeah.
dead. Buddy died in 1998 from cancer, unfortunately.
Oh.
But Kevin found him as a stray in 1989. Can you imagine? You found Air Bud on the streets
Man.
and then made him into a dog actor.
Yeah, that's
and now
crazy.
you're on
A
the
global
streets.
superstar.
Where's
looking
the
for
30
a-
for 30 on that?
I'm looking for a
Air
street
Bud.
chihuahua that I can turn into a star.
Well, listen, Kevin is currently at a shelter in San Diego, and it's nearing the end of his 90-day limit. So he has COPD, and he needs power to use his oxygen concentrator. So his friends have organized a GoFundMe, and as of this morning, they raised about $11,000.
Okay, so I want to know the full story of why he's homeless.
He just didn't make a lot of money on the dog.
the creative-
But I guess he didn't decide to go get another job after that didn't work. I don't know.
Creator of Air Bud needs air.
He does.
Which is
There's
crazy.
a lot of synchronicities going on with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very
He's living at
sad.
a shelter.
Wait, how did the unhousing happen?
He's becoming Air
we
Bud.
don't know. He can't
I mean,
work
that
probably
makes
because of
him-
his COPD. But then you get on disability. And
He's
then,
homeless for a reason. What happened?
I don't know.
Disney.
Disney
Disney
hurt
did
his
not
feelings.
come and drain his bank account.
Yeah, dude.
Walt Disney came back from the dead.
How
and
much
said-
did he make from the? Did it say how much he made from the Air Bud movies?
Surely the money's still rolling in as well. I mean, isn't that a franchise? And there's 16 of them?
Now I don't know. He may have just gotten money so they could use his dog and not any points on the.
He
on the
went
movie.
bankrupt. He spiraled into a depression. He created 11 films, but
He
they didn't
He
pay him.
didn't
created-
create them. He had the dog. He owned
He
the
fed
dog.
the dog.
It says here that he helped create Air Bud.
It does. It says Kevin. This is Kevin DeCiccio or whatever his name is.
DeCiccio.
Am I saying that right?
I don't know.
Featured on America's Funniest Home Videos and David Letterman's Stupid Pet Tricks. Then in 1991, approached the independent production company Keystone Entertainment to produce Air Bud, a film based on Buddy.
And so he went into he's
So he
had
produced it, okay.
therapy, and then 2020 he was managing a property, and then the COVID-19 pandemic took him out of work. It says he's obviously disabled.
Man, it's very, very sad.
It is sad.
Get this man a golden retriever.
Get him a new dog.
We need to say rest in peace to somebody this week, and it's Candyman, the star, Tony Todd.
Oh, I
passed
saw
away.
this, yeah.
Tony Todd.
Tony Todd, 69 years
You
old.
know
You know
this
Tony
guy.
Todd?
I do. What a
Yeah,
name.
he's the Candyman guy. He's
Say
the,
his name 3
I'm sorry,
times,
I
he'll
can't-
come back.
can't
Yeah, don't
trust
look
him.
in the mirror and say his name. He was also in the Final Destination. He was in The Crow, the original. He
Just
was in
creepy
Night of the
looking
Living
dude.
Dead. Yeah, he used to scare the hell out of me, dude. I always thought he would come out of the toilet. Like, I saw Candyman way too early in life because he had the hook. And if you remember, there's a scene where he hooks somebody. I think it's a girl in the while she's sitting on the toilet,
well, the
Yikes.
bees coming out of his mouth.
which he really did that.
He really did that. Had
Wild.
bees in his mouth.
So rest in peace. He was
Not
also
the bees.
in Final Destination. Yeah.
You know, you see the guy? Tony
Yeah.
Todd?
You know
You know what I'm talking
I
about?
do recognize him. Yeah.
And finally, it's Veterans Day, so we're going to highlight some celebrities who also served in the military. According to the History Channel, 16.1 million living veterans have served in at least one war, with 5.2 million living veterans having served during in times of peace. And some of the most famous faces on this list might surprise you because a lot of these veterans did not want to come out and say that they had served. Some of them did, but some of them didn't. So, like,
Can we name some famous veterans?
Do you
I know Adam Driver's a big one.
Yeah, he's kind of the one that everybody's talking about today. Adam Driver
He was
enlisted
a Marine, right?
in the Marines at the age of 18, shortly after 9/11.
Rob Riggle.
Rob Riggle.
Rob Riggle. He's not
Yep.
on this list, but if that's true,
He
that's
is.
great.
Kansas City's own. He was a Marine, too.
Chris Christopherson, obviously.
Drew Carey.
Drew Carey dropped out of college in 1980. He enlisted in the Marine Corps Reserved and then served for 6 years.
Who else was a veteran? Why don't you tell us?
I will.
Buscemi.
Who?
Steve Buscemi.
Was he a
He
veteran?
was a firefighter.
He was a firefighter. I thought maybe he was a
I
vet,
think he was
too.
a veteran.
On this list, we got MC Hammer. He joined the Navy after high school, was active for 3 years. Clint Eastwood was drafted into the Army during the Korean War, and he was discharged in 1953 before going on to have a career in Hollywood. Ice-T joined the Army in 1977. He was honorably discharged 2 years later. And Morgan Freeman joined the Air Force in 1955, rose to the rank of Airman First Class. So there are some celebrities for you that have served. Happy Veterans Day to
Happy
all the
Veterans
veterans.
Day, everybody.
And that's your crap.
Ice-T.
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 That guy's a mystery wrapped in an enigma.
Yeah, man. And he's in a metal band. Like,
The man who wrote Cop Killer.
Proud service member.
Service member and cop
cop.
on TV for many, many years.
celebrities celebrating a birthday today. Ty Sheridan is 28. That's Wade Watts from Ready Player One. He's also in X-Men Apocalypse and Deadpool 2. I met him at a birthday party. He's pretty rad. I didn't know it was him until afterwards. Krista Allen is 33. She's from Revenge. Vinny Guadagnino.
Oh, from Jersey Shore.
Yes. Well done, dude. He's 37. I just did Vinny's birthday for you. Mark Sanchez, Chicago Bears backup quarterback, retired in 2019. He's now on ESPN. He's 38. Leonardo DiCaprio is 50. Adam Beach is 52, Native American actor who played Slipknot in Suicide Squad. Carson Kressley, OG Queer Eye fashion expert, is 55. Callista Flockhart is 60. Demi Moore is 62. Stanley Tucci. This dude is awesome. He's in Hunger Games,
the
Devil Wears
Tooch.
Prada, Captain America.
He does a lot of cooking videos now on YouTube.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a whole show on
He has
HBO.
I think that was canceled, but it was good.
The Tooch is 64. Ian Marsh, master musician in the Human League and Heaven 17, is 68. Fuzzy Zeller is 73. And Barbara Boxer, the former California senator, is 84 years old.
B. Arthur was also a veteran, right? B. Arthur.
Oh, she was?
Dr. Ruth, I think she served as well.
Oh, yeah. The whole
Bob Ross.
the whole myth
Oh,
behind
yeah.
Dr. Ruth is that she was a sniper.
Yeah.
Because she's Israeli, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So isn't
was it the Israeli Air Force or
in Israel? Don't you have to serve for 2 years?
mandatory? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mandatory thing.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Olivia Saint. And today's birthday girl has been in 423 fine films, including All American Nymphos 4, The Army of Ass, Assault with a Deadly Ass, Asses of Face Destruction 1 and 3, Barefoot Bedtime Stories 1, Debbie Does Dallas, The Revenge, Learn's Favorite Gooey Buns 1,
Delicious.
Porno Boot Camp 1, Yo Mama's a Chocoholic 2, Young and Filthy, and Who Can Forget a Roll. In 2004's If It Ain't Black, Take It Back. Olivia Saint is 45 years old. It's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, sexy time fun facts next. All right, let's say, Moon, we're engaged. You and I. We're engaged. I had given you a $70,000 engagement ring.
Oh, thank you.
But I call the engagement off. Do I get the ring back?
You want my answer now or later?
Well, the courts decided.
Oh.
The courts have weighed in.
Fascinating.
Home Depot dating hack and our preferred method of holding hands is changing.
Oh.
Yeah, all that and more. 6 time fun facts. Up after the break.
Bird is fat.
Hey, don't forget you're listening for Slipknot. This is Moon's week to pick all the bands for the Face the Music competition we're doing. So if you hear a Slipknot song from now until midnight, pick up your phone, open up the Point mobile app, and tap on Moon's face for your chance to win $1,000 and your chance to co-host a morning show with us. Learn later on, we got to shoot you.
I know.
You have 4 shots coming your way.
I know. I was the draft dodger last week, but
I know. And you know what? I forgot.
I know.
I had every intention to shoot you for 4 days last week, and I honestly forgot.
We ran out of time, though, a couple of days. We got too busy. We had so many fantastic...
Not today, though.
I know. I will be shy.
You have 4 shots coming your way
Stop
today.
emailing the men of the show to remind them. They know.
People are very upset.
They're so stupid.
Oh,
Hey, everybody's got to live for
shot.
something, man.
I know. People love violence.
Everybody's got to live for something, and some people just love to see us get shot.
Yeah.
My butt is so different from joining this show. I mean, it literally looks like a damn cheetah back there. It's pathetic.
Yeah,
My husband is filing for divorce.
Mine looks like a par 3 tee box after
Right?
After some of these weeks, man. Just divot. It just hurts.
The cellulite that was on my ass has like changed form. I'm not kidding.
Well, let me just tell you guys that we did not win this week for the Pick'em Challenge.
So it's over.
But we didn't
It's
lose.
not over.
We did lose.
We did not win.
I don't know. I was trying to put a positive spin on it. So maybe we tied. I haven't looked.
No, we lost.
Oh, okay.
We lost.
Well, all right.
It's not over, but it's.
What do you mean it's not over? There's no way for us to get ahead.
No, but I mean for the overall year competition. There's no way for us to, even with the Monday night game. Mm-hmm. What is it? It's the Rams and, well, it's Rams and.
And the other team, Dolphins.
Jackals.
Is it it's Rams and Dolphins.
Rams at home.
Everybody's got the Rams.
Everybody has Rams.
No, but I'm saying that we're halfway through the NFL season, correct? So
This is week 10.
So they
We're
have
more than halfway.
persevered over our.
Mathematically, we're not eliminated.
Really?
Okay.
I thought we were on the cusp of elimination.
No, this is their 8th win.
Yeah, it's 8-2.
I think next week.
If we don't win next week, then it's over.
We're
Well,
at 18 weeks.
It's 18 weeks. I mean, we can still come back.
Yeah, I'm saying
until they have 10.
mathematically.
Yeah.
We ain't
All
coming
right.
back. Dude, I've been trying my best every week for the last 4 weeks. We ain't coming
Well,
back.
you may have a lot of shots coming your way today.
What do you mean trying my best for the last
Yeah,
4
I know.
weeks? You mean trying your best for the last 10 weeks?
I mean, I have, but I can't make sense of it. I see the teams that have won more, and I go, oh, they're probably going to win tonight. And then they don't.
Okay.
This team hasn't
You may
won
have a
damn
lot of
game.
shots coming your way later, just so you know.
I know I do. What do you mean a lot? 4?
Yeah, for last week. But then possibly another 5
If I don't win tonight.
if you
Wait,
lost
I thought
this
you
week.
said you're the loser. You don't know.
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
Now you just said it.
that's right. I say what I think.
She thinks you're a loser.
I was trying to tease.
No, we're not teasing.
Nah,
about no ass.
forget it.
Nah.
Forget it. I lost this week, all right? Learn what everybody to know.
I keep it real.
Nah.
Catch me outside.
I didn't say anything about anybody losing this week until you said
Is
it.
it definitive you lost?
Yes.
Yeah,
You can't, like, there's no comeback tonight?
No, everybody has a Rams.
No, everybody's got
So we send 2 to the wall today.
Well, I'll take my shots tomorrow.
Oh,
like
okay.
normal on a Tuesday.
You sure? I got the gun ready. Does that
We
mean
can- we can just
Fine, I'll
like-
take my, how many do I have coming my way?
Can I divide mine up?
Fine.
No, I don't have 4.
Well, he said 9. Let's just split the difference.
If she would have lost, she would have 9 shots coming her way.
In totality, which I'm very grateful we
If-
don't have to shoot her 9 times today.
Today.
That'd be a little That'd be hard to watch.
How many do I have coming my way? You keep the records.
I do. Let me get the records.
At least 2.
I think I have 2.
I think
Maybe
you have 2 as
3.
well.
I think you have 3.
Maybe 3.
Scott Rizzuto has 2 coming his way.
You've only lost once?
Yeah, he has. He had 1 shot on week 2. Guys, I've
you,
lost the majority of this time. So,
Good
yeah.
for you, dude.
Where am I at?
Rafe Dean, you are on. Yeah, you have 2 shots coming your way if you lose next.
Okay, so I've only lost once. I lost week 1, and I was like, this is going to be I've squeaked by.
I lost. So this is my second loss. Learn's lost 4 times.
Moon has lost once.
King's lost a couple times.
King has lost twice.
7.
Riz and Rafe have both lost once.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's it.
We're missing one.
No, this is week 10. So he will get. You will have 2 shots coming your way
Oh,
to
1,
tomorrow.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
All shots have been administered.
Not yet.
Well, they've been assigned correctly.
Yes.
Assigned.
Anyway, let's
Let's do something fun.
do something
Okay.
fun. And it's sponsored by.
Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
So, how much porn did we watch on election night?
All of it.
Oh man, yeah, it had to have been up because a lot of people were just like, we don't want to watch what's happening in America. So, yeah, I would say it's up.
Well, Pornhub released stats. The stats for the site's viewing numbers on Election Day. And congratulations to South Carolina, the horniest state on Tuesday. So here's the Election Day traffic on Pornhub. This
Okay.
is I like how they break this down, by the way.
Me too. Steve Kornacki at the board.
They start from the morning and like, here's how much we watch in the morning and leading up to the results. Okay, so Election Day traffic. By 5 a.m. on Election Day, traffic to Pornhub started seeing an immediate spike of plus 9% compared to an average day. So we got up in the morning. We're all horned up. It's Election Day.
Clear
Got to
the
vote
pipes.
with a clear head. I can't go into the voting booth.
Got to get the poison out. So the trend continued upwards, peaking, reaching the peak of the day at plus 15% by 7 and 8 a.m.
Okay.
So from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., it was Horn City.
That's crazy. Do you think it's because of the election or because it's more people had a day off on a Tuesday?
Nah.
Well, and here's what Pornhub, they said voters wanted a quick session before the chaos of the day ensued.
Yeah, it was going to be stressful. So what's better to do on a stressful day than Joe?
All right. It's going to be a stressful day. Let's Joe and then go about our business.
I'm proud of us as a people. I really am. I think this was the right thing to do.
So
It's mental
traffic.
health.
Different strokes for different folks.
It peaked between 7 and 8 o'clock on Election Day
In the morning.
in the morning.
Rise
Okay.
and shine.
And traffic to Pornhub remained above average until 3 p.m. That's when
People were
traffic numbers
exhausted.
started to decrease.
To Moon's point, yes, legally you have to be able to go vote, right? Your job has to give you time to go vote. People probably took advantage of that time, as we do in America, where they said, "Okay, I'm gonna Joe first at 7 a.m. I'm gonna get this done. Get ready.
Going a little late to the
Then
office.
9 o'clock, I'll get in the poll line. I was already in a poll line before.
Overall, the daytime traffic on Pornhub was up 7%. Now, from 3 p.m., which is when the drop started, to 2 a.m., traffic remained below average.
Okay.
So by 7 p.m., when I guess some of the results started rolling in, when everybody was tuned in to the news channels, traffic dropped 19% below average. So we were not Joeing.
Yeah.
At 7 o'clock was our lowest Joe time.
Now, do you have any stats on like what type of pornography everybody was looking into?
I don't. I just have how much we were using it. So with millions of Americans watching Pornhub every day, a nearly 20% drop in traffic is substantial, meaning a difference of tens of millions of people. So after 7 p.m., traffic slowly started going back to average, but it wasn't until 3 a.m. the next day those numbers spiked again at 11 a.m.
I can tell you.
Which I could assume after a long night of watching each state count the ballots that people needed to take the edge off.
Like many southern states, South Carolina's most viewed category is... Anybody want to fashion a guess?
South.
Is it in
South Carolina?
Oh, God, please,
Step.
no.
Come on now.
Stepmommy.
I'm going to say lesbians.
Mommy Melfi.
Dads. Just dads.
No.
No.
Mama's milkers.
No. No.
Asian.
Ebony.
Oh, okay.
Ebony and Ivory.
Ebony.
Nice.
So overall, between 6 p.m. and midnight, traffic on Pornhub was down 16%. Now, on a minute-by-minute level, 5:55 p.m. had the biggest drop in traffic at minus 22%. By 2:35 a.m., when Trump came out to give a speech, traffic was down 16% below average. Within the hour, when he was done speaking, it was Joe time.
Holy smokes. I'm looking at this, dude. Okay, so the average... I got so many interesting stats here. Average time spent per visit in South Carolina is 10 minutes and 44 seconds, 29 seconds longer than the U.S. average. South Carolina's got a thing going, man, I'm telling you. Let's see, most viewed categories, Ebony. By far, it more than doubles number 2, which is lesbian. And then it all just kind of goes.
Well, as far as election day goes, so President Trump gave his speech at 2:35 a.m. Once he was done, it was Joe time, and everybody goes to bed. Joe, and then bedtime. So those are the numbers.
Thank you.
When it comes to Pornhub on Election Day.
And that is your Election Day coverage from the Rizzuto newsroom.
Oh, my gosh. I don't even want to tell you what Arkansas was searching.
All right, we're moving on.
Okay, well, okay.
Give me a hint.
Wales?
God, just while you're at it.
I can't say the words.
Well,
Give me the... Rhymes with.
Oh.
Rhymes with.
Hey,
you know those things out in front of banks?
Yeah, when you put your
Teller?
when you put your debit card in.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
T M.
Yeah, let me quick 20. What's the service
Which
fee on
stands
this?
for?
Yes, automatic teller,
Teller
machine.
machine.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
it.
I honestly didn't know.
Look at you, Arkansas.
Okay, so I want some opinions here. So we're getting married. I give you a $70,000 engagement ring.
Thank you.
Okay, we're engaged. Yay. But I'm calling the engagement off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get to keep the ring?
Well, definitely I would say no if it were the bride calling it off. But because you gave it and you're taking it, you can take it back. Yeah.
So I could take back the ring.
Yeah. That's my opinion.
Moon?
You know my stance, man.
Wait, so if the bride called it off, you think she could keep it?
No. I'm saying that you definitely get the ring back if the bride calls it off.
Oh, okay.
But
What if I
also
called it
feel-
off?
Yeah, I also think that that's
Oh,
appropriate.
okay.
Moon?
You know my take, man. Whoever calls it off loses the goods. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you called it off, she has a right to it because it was a gift. It was a proposal. They accepted, and then you called it off. And just like Learn's saying, if you gave me the ring and I called it off, you better give back that
What
ring.
if she
or-
slept with your brother and 5 other guys you know?
Oh, and that's why you're calling it off?
Yeah,
well,
like
then
doesn't the grounds of the call off matter?
Yeah, but she's
Yes,
the-
it does, Rafe Williams.
But at that point, then she's the one that was calling it off.
No, she's still in.
Yeah.
She still wants to get married.
I bet she's in. She got the brother and the ring. Yeah, right. Get out of here.
Well, top court on Friday ruled that a would-be bride must return a $70,000 engagement ring to her former fiancé in
Really?
a decision that ended 65 years of court cases in Massachusetts trying to sort out who is to blame for a relationship falling apart. Now, the Massachusetts Supreme Court sided with a guy named Bruce Johnson in his years-long legal battle with his former fiancée, a woman named Caroline, in his bid to get back the ring after he called off their wedding. Now, in making the ruling, the court said it was updating how it approaches lawsuits seeking the return of rings and joined the quote-unquote modern trend of states that today treat engagement rings as gifts that must be returned to the donor regardless of fault.
Regardless of fault. Right. I can understand grounds, like you guys were saying. Like that's what makes sense here.
So Caroline's lawyer in a statement said, the ruling was disappointing, saying the idea of an engagement ring as a conditional gift is predicated on outdated notions. Now, lawsuits seeking the return of rings are essentially the last remaining type of litigation over broken engagements recognized in U.S. courts after the states in the 1930s started to abolish heart bomb claims that women previously had been able to pursue when a marriage promise was called off. So most states initially followed the approach which held that the giver of an engagement ring is entitled to its return as long as that person was, quote, not at fault for calling off the engagement. Moon's Law.
Okay.
Moon's Law.
Bruce called off his planned wedding to Caroline in 2017 after seeing messages on her phone with another man and suspected she was having an affair.
Okay, never mind.
Caroline denies the accusation, saying the man was, just an old friend. He took her to court in 2018 to get the $70,000 ring he proposed with back. But a judge concluded he was mistaken about the affair and must bear fault for their separation. So the first court said, no, she keeps the ring.
Right.
You called it off, buddy.
Your mistake.
Your mistake. She keeps the ring. Then he appealed. The appeals court reversed the ruling, saying it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whose fault it is. You give the ring back.
So what if they got married and the exact scenario happened?
Well, if they got married, then all finances now are intermingled, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know. You think either way, but principally speaking, if there are grounds, and he calls it off, but there's grounds, actual grounds, does he get it back?
Well, what do you mean?
Like technically, let's say he
marriage.
Let's say he filed for divorce, but he filed because she cheated on him, or pretty much. I mean, you barring court evidence, you're pretty
sure.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the engagement ring is a promissory note to a marriage. Once the marriage has happened, I think it's a little different. But I'm also like, I just think, why would you want it? I don't understand why someone would want the ring that didn't make it to the altar. Like, you're just going to go sell. And also, like, what if it's like a family heirloom? What if it's like someone's great grandma's ring? They propose to you and then they'll call it off.
Big money.
Well, if it's a $70,000 ring, once you get married, it's now a marital asset.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, before that, it's a promissory note to a legally binding contract, which is marriage. If you don't ever enter into that contract, then, it was a down payment that you didn't buy the car, you get the down payment back, right?
So do you believe that if the engagement's called off, he calls off the engagement, let's say the cheating didn't happen.
Yeah, we decided not to get married. No fault.
So who keeps the ring? Does she give the ring back?
I think so.
Yeah, but if she doesn't, do you take her to court?
I think whoever bought the ring keeps the ring.
Yeah, it's interesting to look at it like a down payment. You're right. Like, that's a down payment on a car.
Yeah, but
and I've decided
if I put a deposit on a catering hall, I lose the deposit if I don't get married.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how close to the wedding.
Well, then that's what you do. You give her a $70,000 ring and you go, I'm going to give you the $700 one to wear until...
Here's the deposit. Here's the deposit.
Bad idea.
$70,000 ring.
Here's the ring. I will put a stone in it.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, check this diamond out.
I just don't know why a woman would want to keep it. Or whatever. Anybody, a man,
it's a nice ring. It's
money,
diamond.
money, money, baby.
I just don't know why
cash it in.
People want to take other people's money.
But you're not going to wear it.
No.
So it is a financial thing.
It all
you know
goes
what I mean?
back to Sex and the City. Once again, Charlotte, divorces Trey, and then she takes the big, $100,000 ring, and then she has them she was going to have them made into like a necklace. And then Carrie Bradshaw needed money for her down payment on her apartment. And Charlotte gave the ring to Carrie so she had money to put a down payment on. Didn't have to ask Big for the money.
Good God.
What does that have to do with this story?
I don't know, man. It just made sense in my head.
I don't have
kept
to,
it. She
I
kept
don't
the
have
ring.
to watch it
The
now.
ring. Yeah, but they already married.
Yeah, they were already married.
I don't know. I just think that
I feel like the right thing to do is give the ring back.
I think if you don't make it to the altar, whoever bought the ring keeps the ring. I think that should be the legal precedent.
Well, it sounds like it is now.
Colin says, lawyer here, 3 exceptions to marital property in a divorce. Stuff owned before the wedding, gifts, and inheritances. She'd be entitled to keep the ring in a divorce because it was hers before the wedding and it was a gift. If they break up before the wedding, the right thing to do is give it back. And there are other theories, unjust enrichment, blah, 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 where you could sue on. God.
Marriage is awesome, guys.
Yeah. If I get divorced, my wife's taking everything.
Yeah. True that.
And we support that.
Yeah,
we
I
do.
support it too. A woman named Caitlin Ansari is all over TikTok after going to Home Depot to find a date. This is apparently a new dating hack this woman has come up with. It's become very popular.
Definitely depends on the time.
So she walked around looking for cute guys, found one, asked if he could help her buy what she needed to hang a big picture on the wall. She really didn't need to hang anything, and his advice wasn't great. He told her to buy a hook that's meant for hanging things from the ceiling, but the dating hack worked. She says that now they're a couple.
Cool.
So women are just going around Home Depot now, or maybe Lowe's. I don't know if it works at Lowe's.
I go with my husband to Home Depot, and I'll be like, it's hot dad day at Lowe's or hot dad day at Home Depot. Because, I mean, there's good crop out there.
So women are putting on their hoochie dresses and going to Home Depot?
With that, or
What kind of
yoga
guy would you
pants.
find an ace?
I don't know.
Because it
Guy
is
in
the
a
place.
hurry.
I don't think that's what they meant by more doing and the more saving, more doing their slogan of Home Depot.
You just hear that bum bum.
But this is the thing now. Women are going to Home Depot to go hit on guys.
I would do that if I were single. Lumber department, hell yeah. What are you building? Help me build something.
Help me. I need, help with
Cage.
looking for
What you doing this weekend? Cruising Home Depot for dudes. Cruising the aisles.
excuse me, fine gentlemen. I have a sex swing I need to hang.
Yeah.
Will you point me to the
I mean,
eye
it is
hooks?
kind of a genius, like playing the damsel in distress a little bit.
You see
Yeah.
that guy over in light bulbs?
You know, you got a guy, if you want a handy feller. Of course, she went for the guy that didn't know what he was talking about.
Right.
which
She
I'm
didn't
like,
know, though.
Maybe he was trolling. He's like, I know where the chicks are at.
I think there's dudes that do that. I think they go to Home Depot looking for confused ladies, like myself. Hello. Help.
Going to the depot looking
Well,
for
now if you ask
confused
somebody for
ladies.
help, they're going to assume you're hitting on them now.
Well, that's fine. But if they can help me find the aisle, I mean, they can take the win, I guess, that they're getting hit on. I just need help with a hook or a wheel or whatever.
Help me. Here's something you probably weren't thinking about today. What's your preferred way of holding hands with somebody? Assuming that's something you do from time to time. Do you interlock fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the whole hand. I'm like a pink. I do like
My
the
hand. I want to see it.
the pinky ring fingers.
Hold my hand.
Yeah, I
my
do
hand.
like
Bigger or
the,
less?
I prefer
yeah, I
my
do like
left.
the last.
Yeah, me too.
It's so weird. First of all, your hand is so dangly. You're like,
I know,
you're
I'm
so-
weird.
Hold this damn.
What are you
like
doing?
A man. Hold it
I'm
like
trying
a
to
man.
see how I hold my
Does
wife's
it
hand.
feel sweaty?
Okay.
What does it feel like?
This is.
Oh, your hands are very sweaty.
No.
What do you mean? Yours are like weird, soft, like a snail or something.
No, your hands are very sweaty.
What do you mean sweaty? They're just soft. Touch again.
Two
We have two of the
slimy-handed
softest
men.
hands I've ever felt.
You're so
Yeah, they're
nervous.
soft.
This hand is hard because it's full of calluses. This one's softer. It's my picking hand.
That's my
That's my
take-
pick.
I
This
gotta
is my
take-
good hand. I'm mixing the
I think I interlock
potatoes
fingers.
up.
Here, interlock fingers with me. Interlock
Yeah,
fingers.
but we're in a strange. Now that feels better.
You don't hold hands with your wife?
I'm trying to figure out how I hold hands with my wife.
I've seen you hold hands with your wife. It's actually very sweet. I've mentioned this to you before. You and Emil's are PDA. Like if you go out to dinner, like you always kind of hold her hand. It's nice.
We're finger
Hold
lockers.
on the right side, my right. Well,
And you go down, and you go.
I go over.
You go
I
palm-
think.
palm back.
Yeah.
I hold Tim's hand, but sometimes I feel like maybe he doesn't want, like I do it too long. I'm a lingerer, dude. I like linger
Creep.
too much.
Oh, you don't like it?
I don't know. I mean, he probably does like it. I'm just judging him, but like, it's just, I feel like I hold for too long, then he gets done.
It's always an awkward moment of trying to unhold.
Right.
And are you holding on tight?
Kind of. Yeah.
And now he's got to like
My
shake
little
you off?
Hands. Yeah.
Do you make a big deal out of it? What, you don't want
But
to
it's
hold it?
interlocking fingers. You don't hold like, you're not doing kung fu grip.
No
on each
kung fu
other.
grip. No. It's mainly just like my pinky and my ring
Yeah.
finger.
It's like a loose little.
You know. But yeah, sometimes I feel judged. Like, oh man, he doesn't want to hang on for
No.
too long. You know.
Sad.
So in a poll, 30% of people say they prefer holding hands with the interlocked fingers. 20% would rather do it with cupped hands.
No. This? Just the kung fu grip cup
This
hand?
is
That's
like
how we did it.
sloth hands, dude.
Yeah.
No
Nobody
way.
wants that.
If I see people holding hands like that, I'm like,
Hey, man, a lot of it depends on A, the shape of your hand. I know that sounds silly. And B, like, who, you know, if somebody's way taller than the other and their hands don't meet in a certain place.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the interlocking, I've seen it like, you know, not work out very well.
Yeah.
If somebody's too tall or too short or their arms are long or whatever. Like it's got to be, you got to find that match.
Cupped hands is like your first like elementary school girlfriend.
yeah, I like to go
I like you. Let's hold hands.
one hand in each other's back pocket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's cool as hell.
Man, it's cool as hell, dude.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. A lot of people let that go. I kept it going.
So 30% interlock fingers, 20% would rather do it with cupped hands, 38% said they're fine with both equally, 4% said neither. And the results were similar for both men and women, but they're very different depending on age. Holding hands with interlocked fingers is much more popular among younger generations than older. 38% of Gen Z like that method compared to just 17% of boomers. On the flip side, 15% of Gen Z prefer the cupped hands method compared to the 29% of boomers.
You get weird if your lady puts her arm around your neck, like if you're walking or you're sitting down. Like Tim hates it. I'll put my arm around his shoulders and hold on. He's like, gosh damn it. Like he can't stand it.
Like on the couch?
Yeah, like on the couch or if we're sitting outside, I'll just put my arm, or it's literally like if I put it around his waist, no problem. But around his shoulders, he gets so icked out.
Oh, if it was around my waist, I'd be more icked out.
Would you?
Yeah.
It's strange.
Why does he get icked out by that?
I think he finds it demeaning or something because I'm smaller than him. But I like, sometimes I like to put my
Maybe
arm
it's just
around him.
uncomfortable.
I think it's just it's a psychological thing.
Huh.
I really do. It makes
Pit stank.
maybe my pit stank, but also he thinks I'm making him out to be like my bro.
Oh.
Like what's up?
Oh.
Yeah, we're just touchy feely. I like it all. I
yeah.
like all the touch.
I like
Even
the
an
attention.
arm around the waist? Like
I
if your
don't
wife.
care. If she wants to touch me, I'm stoked.
Like if you have your arm around her, but she's got nowhere to put her arm, she's got to put it around your waist.
We're just touchy feely. We like to.
Hey,
we like to snuggle. Be
You
close.
guys,
I'll
I
take
know
it all.
Rafe has the love languages. Do you know what your love language is? Have you done that in a while?
Haven't done it in a while. I'm sure it's physical touch and.
That's what mine is.
Probably.
My love language, German.
I know mine's physical touch.
Yeah.
And probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably words of affirmation, although that's less important now.
I don't know. What are the love languages?
Acts of service, physical touch, words of affirmation, gift giving.
I like a good back scratching.
You
So
talking
that
about
would be-
giving or receiving?
gift giving.
Well, I'm out.
Like
on that
No,
one.
I
Gifts,
mean
acts
like
of
the
gifts.
language, like the language that you speak or the language that you understand, because sometimes they're a little bit different, right?
oh yeah.
One that yours.
Yeah, whatever
what
yours
you
is.
need to feel loved.
Right. That's your love language.
What I need to feel loved.
Yeah, I think it is very different. Like your love language to another. Like, if your partner has a different
What is
love
it?
language.
So what are they?
It's acts of service,
Yeah.
gift giving, physical touch, words of affirmation, and I feel like I'm missing one.
You are.
We can go ahead and assume that gift giving is not my receiving or my giving.
Yeah, mine either.
Quality time.
Quality time.
Quality time. Okay.
That's it for me.
Okay.
It's physical touch and quality time.
Okay.
Used to be words of affirmation, not so much.
Take it every year. It changes.
What's acts of service?
Like if your
Never
wife
change.
takes the garbage out, you love that. That makes you feel very loved that she thought to do something like that for you. And so you didn't have to do
Makes
it.
you lunch. Packs you a lunch, and you come down and you're like, oh, she packed me a lunch.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Might be your
Like I
thing.
close the cabinets. I love that.
Yeah. Kill for that.
I kill for that.
I woke up this morning. I went downstairs. The garage was open all night.
It
Damn
was?
it! Damn it.
Acts of hate.
Let's close the garage.
hate
I love
language.
that.
What's your hate language? Yeah.
You have a hate language. We'll write that book for the Rizzuto show.
If you want to know your love language, 5lovelanguages.com. Do it.
It is good to know, for sure. It's because sometimes we've talked about this on the number 2 show, and you and I did it together. But I think that we try to speak our love language to our partners, and it doesn't. That's where a lot of the miscommunication comes in. Like, you treat them like you want to be treated, but they don't receive love the same way you do.
Is yelling a love language?
Yeah,
In your
it
family,
is.
probably yes.
That's quality time.
It's quality time.
I'm
That's
yelling words of affirmation.
Physical aggression is
Yes.
physical touch.
Well, this new relationship, I hate using the word hack, but all right, this is very 2024. But is it fair game? Couples, especially young couples, are now using ChatGPT to officiate their arguments and help them win fights. So you feed it the details of your argument along with each person's stance. The idea is it's a robot, so it'll stay neutral. So the Huffington Post talked to a few experts who said going to ChatGPT for relationship advice might not be the worst idea for some stuff, especially if you can't afford a therapist. But be careful, because it's not really that neutral. So it could be a good tool if you just need a vent or get general advice on how to have more productive arguments. But if you ask it something in a biased way, its answer is going to be biased too. So, for example, there's a good chance it'll back you up if you phrase it like, I think they're being a jerk. Am I nuts? So a 25-year-old guy went to Reddit for advice because his girlfriend constantly uses ChatGPT to win arguments. And he says she'll pause a fight, go into another room to ask ChatGPT about it, and then come back with a, quote, well-constructed argument.
That she's reading.
Breaking down everything he said or did.
Wow.
He doesn't think it's a fair way to fight, so he asked her to stop. But she ran that through ChatGPT, and it said he's being insecure.
Damn.
Maybe so, but if you can't come up with that on your own, you don't deserve to argue with me.
This is the step. The robots.
Honey, I ran this through ChatGPT, and it says you do look fat in those pants.
These are the robots now infiltrating our relationships.
I mean, it's on, bro, I saw an Apple commercial yesterday during the football games where, like, the guy for the new Apple AI that comes in the new laptops, and it's like, he was at a business meeting, and they're like, lead the presentation, and he slides out of the
He rolled
room,
out.
and it shows him, like, put the article into ChatGPT for the key points, and then, like, we're encouraging people to be unprepared
Right.
for their job and their life.
Has anybody seen that commercial? It's in a big boardroom. He's clearly not prepared. He rolls out of the conference room, opens whatever AI. Was it ChatGPT?
It's Apple AI. It's
Apple
the new
AI.
built-in.
The AI does all the work, and he rolls back in the hero.
It's going to be such a fake landscape.
I know.
You know what? Next time I get into an argument, I'm going to ChatGPT.
Okay.
There's
I'm going to
people-
see how this plays out.
There are a lot of people using ChatGPT on the dating apps, like for their opening bids, opening lines. Mm-hmm. Like putting in the woman or man's bio and what they're interested in and be like, craft the perfect opening line.
How about just writing like a speech?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're using this stuff for, and now to win arguments. I don't know how I feel
It's
about
on
this.
Facebook comments, dude. It's insane. You type a Facebook comment and be like, would you like to run this through AI to wish this person a better happy birthday? To have a message for happy birthday that stands out amongst the others.
So it's not sincere at all.
Yeah, that
It's
totally
not personal at all. It
that
takes
totally
the sincerity away.
the awesome honesty out of social media that we're
HBD.
so accustomed to.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I like to see who the dumbasses are in the comments. I want to see how you actually type and how horrible your grammar is and how bad you are at making your points, because then that's how I know to give them validity or not. I don't want the computer cleaning up your idiocy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to hear your dumb opinion, so you have to stand on the stupid crap you say.
Yeah, when I'm arguing with you, my calling you a dumbass is sincere.
And
Some
we like that
computer's not
about
going
you.
to tell me.
Exactly. Quality time. That's your love language, dude.
I don't want some computer telling me to tell you you're an idiot. I want it to come from my heart.
I don't want a computer telling me I'm an idiot while I'm trying to tell you you're an idiot.
Right. But we're here. This is it.
We're there.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and Rafe will regale us with the sex toy of the week. Welcome back to the Riz Show. Your emails soon. We'll get to sports. Learn's getting shot. But to cap off Sexton Fun Facts, all right, Rafe, what do we got this week?
Well, we got a product called Bang Rechargeable Power Panic Kit. Speaking of AI, $23.99, 10,000 sold with 3.7 out of 5 stars. Put a kinky buzz in your panties. Put a guaranteed grin on your face when you wear this wild, vibrating panty. Its powerful vibrations will have you biting your lip and holding back moans of pleasure. Play on your own or with your favorite paramour. Ready to play? Just put on the lacy panty. Its long ribbon ties let you adjust it to the perfect fit. Press and hold the button on the bullet vibe until it lights up. Tuck the bullet vibe inside the panty's pocket. Now you can control the vibrator with the handy remote. It's small enough to hide away in the palm of your hand. Use the wavy function buttons to change the vibration function.
Whoa!
Press the plus or minus buttons to adjust the intensity of the vibration up or down. Explore all 28 combinations of the amazing vibration and intensity levels. Of course, this vibrating panty feels amazing when you're on your own, but when you hand the remote to a playmate, the serious games can begin. Wear the vibrating panty around the house or let them surprise you with spontaneous buzzing vibrations.
Is this wireless?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Be weird if it wasn't. If you're just following someone around with a cord. Stay in bed, put on a blindfold, and let them tease you mercilessly by remote. You can even wear it under your clothes and try the vibrations in public. Be careful, though. The vibe is very quiet. Your moans may not be. Reviews. Review 1, exploring amazing opportunities, 5 out of 5 stars. I purchased this with my girlfriend, and I tried something new and exciting. We tried it and loved it. During our second use, we didn't use the panties. I went a little too far and pushed it further than planned. She panicked. I panicked, believing we were on an episode of It Happened in the ER.
Oh.
After a little concentrated effort, it popped out, still vibrating, and we were definitely relieved. We now laugh about it, and we love the product. Pops and booty. Second review, pleasure in a small package, 5 out of 5 stars. The vibrating panty kit exceeded my expectations. Wife loves to wear it. Brings me the remote to control her excitement. Leads to some great afternoon fun. Wife wants to wear it to the restaurant this weekend. Looking forward to an interesting dinner and dessert. Horny Hubby. Signed Horny Hubby. And finally, here's a 4 out of 5 star review. They loved it, but not as much as the others. For my partner, we bought the 28 times bang ring so we could do the challenge we had in our couples book. Basically, go to dinner and remotely pleasure each other. Plan didn't work, though. The remotes were on the same frequency.
Oh, no.
So turning one on turned on both. Kind of a comical side effect. We both get pleasured, or neither of us did. As for the specific product, I'd say it's only going to work for a female with an Audi. My wife's a bit of an innie, so it had a general vibration, mildly pleasurable, but not the wow factor we were looking for. She basically threw away the panties, and we used it directly on her sensitive part for foreplay. That got her to O, but she had big concerns being so small and no retrieval cord. She was afraid of it being lost, if you know what I mean. So we're not doing that. In the end, we're using the small vibrator. Super effective at that. Marriage Tune-Up TX.
Okay, well, there you go.
That's your Bang Rechargeable Power Panty Kid Sex Toy Review.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Bang!
Have a good day. See you later.
I think we got a couple guests this week. Jimmy Griffin's coming in tomorrow.
Nice.
He's finally going to play a Tom Petty song when I'm here. How about that?
That's nice.
Every time he does a Tom Petty thing, I'm out of town. Tomorrow, I'm here. Knock on wood.
Have you not heard him sing before?
No.
Oh, you're going to
He's
love
been
it.
out every single time.
Every
it's
single
happened.
time he comes to do the Tom Petty thing. I'm not here.
It's so good.
Also, Ben Bailey coming by this week.
Ben Bailey should be here on Friday.
Part of the Flyover Comedy Fest.
Yeah. That's happening this week. Patton Oswalt, Tig Notaro, Ben Bailey, Jackie Fabulous, the Sklar Brothers, plus 150 artists over 3 days. And we got later this week.
Yeah.
We got two platinum wristbands to give away that'll get you into Tig and Patton and any show on the festival for 3 days.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
And I think we're going to play Press Your Luck.
Yeah.
I think
So
we're
get the
gonna
questions
bring it
ready,
out this
Moon.
week.
Got him.
We're pressing your luck this week at some point. All right. Learn?
Yes.
It's time.
Let's go.
It is time.
Twas time.
It's 4 shots, and this is from losing the week 9 Pick'em Challenge.
Right.
Okay, listen. It's happening. People busting my balls. When are you going to shoot her? When are you going to shoot her?
Okay, we're live.
When are you going to shoot her? Well, there you go.
We're shooting her now.
Shooting her now.
Ready?
Go.
3, 2, oh boy.
Didn't look
1,
merciless. Look at this merciless assassin.
and 2, done. And 3.
Home.
Oh
There
boy,
again. Oh, she
okay.
didn't like that one.
Final one.
And 4.
And
All right. Gosh, damn it. Ho.
there we go. You did it. You did it.
Sorry about your butt.
That third one was a
Sit
stinger,
on my
huh?
heating pad now.
Yeah, you did it.
She's
Well, you're safe this week.
I know. My
Hey, you
butt's
took 'em
so
like a champ.
deformed, though, dude. My husband is really disappointed.
Well, he could see Moon about it if he's got a problem.
I got nothing to do with this.
Woo, huh? All right.
Just the execution.
We are live.
All right, let's
Everyone
get
enjoyed
to
that. Say
some
bye.
emails. RizZo1057thePoint.com, or send your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app.
Emails are brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. I heard you guys talking about encountering celebrities in public on the podcast. About 25 years ago when I was in Vegas, Paris Hilton was a big deal. I saw her walk into a nightclub with her entourage. As she was walking towards my group, I very confidently said, "Hey, Paris, it's Joe." She looked at me and walked over and struck up a conversation. She was actually very nice, very
What?
well spoken. I could tell that she was wondering how she could know me, but ultimately realized she had no idea who I
Okay,
was.
so
It's Joe.
what a great strategy. Like,
Yeah.
hey, it's me, Joe.
You just
Yeah.
go, yeah, don't go over the top. He said after about 5 to 10 minutes, we took a picture with her on our flip phones and parted ways. I'm not sure if acting like you know the person is a good way to go, but it
That's a
actually turned out
great
to be
way.
a pretty cool story. 3.5 out of 5 stars, Joe Clever.
I like it.
That's a great way of doing it.
Yeah, just be cool, man. Just be cool, man.
Be cool about it. Don't fangirl, fanboy. Be confident. Hey, Rafe, it's me, Scott.
Yeah. That would work on me, too, because I forget people's names.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
And I try hard not to, and I have some cognitive decline to the max. Like, I can't, my storage units are full.
Yeah.
So many people in mass bulk, and I'm like, I try really hard, and I'll know their face, I'll remember meeting them, but like, if you did that on me, I would just assume it would work. I don't know if it'd work for me, though. Like, if I was like, Willie Nelson, Rafe.
Hey, maybe.
What's up?
And he's like,
Hey, Willie,
get out of here.
it's Rafe. It's me, Rafe.
It's me. It's a Greek.
Oh, well, listen, do you want to talk about cognitive decline and bong resin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't know.
He wouldn't know.
Willie would have to play along. He's like,
course.
I probably smoked with this guy.
All right, next.
Okay, follow up. So we talked about this guy who emailed in and said he was moving to a different city for work. He could pick
Yeah.
the city.
Oh, yeah.
And he was wondering some tips about, he was just being nervous and heading away to a new city for a new job, being nervous. And Riz asked the emailer to then email us the different cities that he has to choose from.
Yeah,
Guys,
listen, I get he's on it. It's going to be a great adventure, and it's a leap of faith. I did it 21 years ago. Didn't know anything about St. Louis. Moved here, figured it out. Love it here.
this dude has 56 options.
Good for
56.
him.
56, and he has to put them in his order of preference to the company, and then they send him wherever.
56.
56, dude, and we're talking random ass places, some of them. I have an entire list from Albany to Albuquerque, Anchorage, Atlanta, Baltimore, Birmingham, Boston, Buffalo, Charlotte, Chicago, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbia, Dallas, Denver, Detroit, El Paso, Honolulu. I think you found your spot.
It's very expensive there. And, some people actually care about being close to their family or not.
Oh, Houston, Indianapolis, Jackson, Mississippi. Don't go there. Jacksonville, Kansas City, Knoxville, Las Vegas, Little Rock, Los Angeles, Louisville. I mean, it goes on and on, goes all the way down to St. Louis, Springfield, Illinois, Washington, San Diego. Personally, man, out of this list,
San Diego sounds great.
Say, if you don't want to go to Hawaii, dude, try San Diego.
That's not cheap either, though.
Maybe
San Diego?
not, but good luck coming back. You'll figure it out. It's worth it.
What kind of jobs do you have?
That I forgot. I'm not sure he ever told us.
You can work remotely, though? Or are these where his company is based?
I guess this is where the company... Okay, so it says, obviously there's some cool cities there, and I'd like to live a bit in Denver, but the cost of living is so much more than compared to St. Louis.
Right.
I've grown accustomed to my middle-class, lavish lifestyle. For that reason, New York City, last on my list. And I also don't want to have a 1-hour commute to work in some smelly subway.
You don't want a place like Albany either, where the winters and fall suck.
Right. Yeah, dude, you got to think about weather.
Well, you got to take off some of those cities then. San Diego's crazy expensive. Beautiful. Amazing. It's
But
like
so
a clean
worth
L.A., but it is...
But if you live in the suburbs, though...
It's still expensive to live in, man. I think San Francisco and San Diego are probably two of the most expensive cities on the continental U.S.
L.A.?
San Juan, Puerto Rico.
L.A., but you can live in the hills of it. You can, live outside of, the downtown Hollywood area. You can live out in the valley and live okay in
still
L.A.
sucks.
You don't want to
Traffic
move to
sucks.
L.A. Traffic
Dude,
sucks.
He's got
That's what I'm saying.
Puerto Rico's an option as well, San Juan.
You don't want to move there either.
You have a lot of money in Puerto Rico, though.
Yeah, cost of living.
Honolulu's probably out. Hawaii's pretty expensive. Rent's going to be crazy, or buying a house is expensive.
Man,
So if you're looking at small
what I say.
cities,
This is an adventure, bruh. You take the adventure. Take the
yeah.
risk. How many lives you get, dude?
I'd write down top 5. I'd put them in a hat. I'd pull. That's where I'm going.
Put all the cities on a wheel.
Yeah, the Great Wheel. We
Put
can
it
do
on
it
the
for
Great
'em
Wheel.
on the air.
yeah, dude, we could do it right now.
Yeah, all I'm saying is you only get one life. You have this opportunity to a dice roll of 56 cities. Go ahead and take Omaha off of
Take
it.
out all the places with extreme weather. Yeah.
You know
Take
what I mean?
St. Louis, the city you're in, off of it because
Yeah,
you're
dude.
trying to move.
Or maybe that's it. I'm going to stay.
Could
Nah.
be. I think he should send us his top 5
And let
we'll
us
decide.
or
decide.
even 10 and let the wheel. We'll let the
We
wheel
will
decide,
decide.
and he has
Top
to
10.
live with the wheel.
Yeah, dude.
Live with the wheel.
Yeah.
And then within 6 months, send us a picture of your new house.
There you go,
in Traverse
Matt.
City.
Yeah, and we, by the way, if you go if the Great Wheel picks some place badass, we're Airbnb. And
Absolutely,
It's
for
the
free.
ratio. Yeah, it's a ratio.
Lifetime commitment.
It's a ratio base.
All right, one more, Moon.
Okay, man. Let's see. Let's go back to this. If you guys and girl could start up and run your own nonprofits, what would they be?
Oh, please.
My own nonprofit.
Yeah.
It's Riz Kids. You know that.
Taking care of the kids?
It's taking care of my kids.
Just raising money for his kids.
It's raising money for my kids.
I'm like $2 points away from taking over where the old Gentle Barn is and just making my own animal
Mini
rescue.
horses.
Whatever they want. Whoever needs a place. Housewise.
You'd be good mini horse
Rancher?
stable
Because
owner.
I'm also fun size.
Because yes, you are fun size, and you have a
This was
horse to-
normal horse for me.
Moon nonprofit.
You know, I had a great experience when I was talking to everybody over at United Services for Children, and it's resources for parents of kids with special needs, and like, I don't know, man, that was a big deal. My aunt was a special needs teacher, and I drove the school bus for a special school district, and I would probably go in that direction just because it's something that I've experienced, that I've seen a little go a long way, a little help, a little bit of resources, just immeasurable help in very difficult situations. So I would probably go in that
So
direction.
if you want a serious answer from me, it'd be a charity for white suburban kids who don't have iPads yet.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for your serious answer.
Well, I'm on that. My kids are on that list.
In the arms of the angels. It's just kids on regular iPhones.
I'm glad to hear that
So
you're advocating
sad.
It's
for
an
my
iPhone
children.
Max screen. It's not even. I can barely see it.
It's not even the newest model.
I can barely see it when I check my Robinhood app.
Rafe?
That's a tough one. I want something with. It'd be easy to say. I'd like to do something with like where get vets involved with maybe rescuing animals. But I've always thought, growing up where I grew up, I thought it'd be cool to have a nonprofit that brought like the arts to low income areas, because that didn't really get encouraged where I was at. Like, we didn't have the money for like. We had like 3 sports, and we did the same play every year. And I think that a lot of kids in like areas like that, like rural areas and low-income areas, don't get exposed to the opportunities of how to get into a career in the arts. And I would like to have like a nonprofit that goes in there and either funds kids to go to performing arts schools or that show potential, or at least to be exposed to it at a young age and realize it's a possibility for them.
Very noble. You guys are all very charitable people.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. All right, quick break. We'll come back. Moon's going to finish out the show with sports. It is 9:25. All right, Moon, let's finish it out with sports. So, what happened this weekend?
Sports brought to you by Jack and Coke, the popular cocktail, now available in a ready-to-drink can. Well, an 8-1 loss every 4 years is one thing, but one every 2 weeks, total garbage, and the boos from the fans who stuck around, including my neighbors who went to their first Blues game. The kids were all like, we're going to our first Blues game tonight.
Not great.
Oh, man. Dang. Not good. As the Post-Dispatch said yesterday, quote, it takes something special to lose 8-1, even more so to do it twice.
Although, did you see that save Binnington made, sliding across the ice with the paddle? Probably one of the greatest saves that I've ever seen in my life. But it's sullied by an 8-1 loss.
Yeah, pretty bad. These dudes were down 3-1 at the end of the second period and let 5 freaking goals in the third. Justin Falk said this, quote, we need to have respect for each other, the game. You can't just go out there and play summer hockey for a period and think that that's all right at any point. We're grown men in this league and need to put in an effort that's acceptable. It's not going to go your way every night, but you can't that's just unacceptable.
Yeah.
The Blues
defenseman.
The Blues practice today, face Boston tomorrow at Enterprise. Missouri bounced back from the...
As a non-hockey guy, can I ask, is this like goalie's fault? Is this just there's so many shots
It's a lot on the
goal?
Defense.
It was on the defense, dude. I mean, okay, a goalie mistake here and there, and the team's not
This isn't like, we got to get a new goalie.
No,
it's like
Binnington
they're getting a ton of shots on goal.
There's a chance of Binnington being Team Canada's starting goal.
If you watch the last... I mean, both goalies are good. Hofer's a good goalie.
Good. Binnington's great. It's not all on him.
If you saw the back end of the third period, you saw people... I mean... Washington just got to skate in, just skating in on net. It was as
Defense
if
terrible.
It looked like they were shaving points or something. It was very weird. Missouri bounced back from the Alabama trouncing and beat former Big 12 foe Oklahoma 30-23 on Saturday. Here's another wild ending. The backup QB Pine threw for 3 touchdowns, settled in after a slow first half to lead 3 critical scoring drives in the second. Now, with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter, Missouri was nursing a 16-9 lead. In the final 200 seconds of the game, 28 points were scored, including 2 defensive touchdowns and 2 ties and 2 lead changes. So it was a wild one. Mizzou ended up winning.
Yeah, and a fumble, last minute fumble.
Kansas City Chiefs were on the brink of losing their first game of the season yesterday at home with 1 second remaining. The Denver Broncos lined up for a routine 35-yard field goal to win the game, and our group got a text from Riz saying, Chiefs about to lose this game. And then
I did text that.
What's the kick to win it? Oh! Blocked! The Chiefs have won! The Chiefs have won!
That is the sound of the entire Chiefs team, organization, and 65,000 people screaming, oh! Because
me in my living room, too, because Lutz guy, right? He's the Broncos kicker. That guy's nails.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't miss the kick. It was blocked.
I was watching it in the car driving home.
You were watching it? Oh, I was about to say.
Doing dones? You were just doning?
Somebody was in the car with you.
It was on the dashboard. And we were driving home, and I was kind of like watching the road while it's in the peripheral.
Did you just pull the e-brake and start lassoing?
Yeah. I almost caused a 5-car pileup on 44 because I was like, what the hell just happened?
The Chiefs blocked it. Amazing final second. Final score 16-14. KC is now 9-0, remains the only unbeaten team this season. Speaking of almost unbeaten, the Fast Lane did win the week again, so they are now 8-2, right?
Yeah, and I'm in last place this week, so.
Yeah, Kerry Davis led it in our room. Rafe won with 9. King Scott also 9. Learn also 9. Then I had 8 and Riz 7. So we.
Who's dunce of the week?
Dunce of the week
Me.
is Riz for sure.
You weren't going to bring it up.
Oh,
Were
you think
you?
I'm ashamed?
No,
Yes.
I was just asking.
Yeah, you should be.
You
as a
almost
team.
always ask.
I should feel shame.
Yeah, you should be ashamed.
Pathetic.
I'm ashamed for you. I'm mooning That's Your Sports because shame on you, Riz.
Shame on me,
you,
indeed.
Riz.
I'm sorry I let us down.
Yeah.
All right, one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up. That is it for us. Make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring and be listening for Slipknot. This week, Moon got to pick all the bands for Face the Music. So when you hear a Slipknot song between now and midnight, make sure you open up your Point mobile app and click on Moon's crying face or whatever the face you're making when the song is being played, and your chance to win $1,000 and a chance to co-host a morning show. Moon, what else?
Happy Metal Day. And in honor of Happy Metal Day, come see Punk Rock Christmas December 7th. Get your tickets today, 3 p.m. and an 8 p.m. show, because we punk up all your favorite Christmas classics and hymns, and we do a little bit of metal as well. We got some, we bring some heat with some metal. So Happy Metal Day. The podcast title today is Going to the Depot to Find Confused Ladies.
I love it.
Go into the depot.
Gonna find me some cues, ladies.
Ladies come in a...
Learn?
Yeah, do whatever we want. Go to Punk Rock Christmas.
Do whatever we want.
Subscribe to the Number 2 show. Download Stewspiracy. Get that under your belt for the first season.
It's called Stewpiracy.
Stewpiracy. Get it all. Follow me at Learn versus Radio if you like cats and just chicks doing random stuff. That's how I roll.
All right,
Thanks.
sounds filthy.
You want it,
It is. It is kind of filthy. There's some. Actually, I just posted last night. I was falling asleep and I thought, I'm going to make a little cap cut vid of all the cool outfits I've worn this last year. And so I got my style up there.
All right. Cool.
Right on.
Very sweet. Very stylish.
Rafe?
Yeah, Flyover Comedy Festival starting Thursday. Go to flyovercomedyfest.com. You can get single show tickets. There's all kinds of artists coming into town. There's a few wristbands left, but those are almost sold out. So if you want them, we're going to have a few to give away this week. But other than that, if you want them for sure, go get them right now.
All right. We leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day, which is brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Now open on Lindbergh, Hot Shots Lindbergh, your new home for sports in South County. From O'Fallon Mo, Savannah Hill is our Teamers Member of the Day. And Savannah wants to hear this song. Here it is. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Energy up.
The Rizzuto Show.